ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we have a special edition of the Boston Power Hour here in the CliffNotes Project studio. Tonight, we celebrate the life, the career, the legacy of one Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. Cliff, roll the clip.
Able to do since then. Slides up. Nate Brady got it away and complete. Vereen at the bottom looking at 10.
Will you remember me?
Audible check.
Don't let your life pass you by.
And talking to Devin McCourty.
Weep not for the
Snap to Tom, back to throw. The rush, he steps up into the pockets. First down. Guess who he avoided?
Tom Brady.
Well,
We love you. We love everything you've done for New England. 6 Super Bowls, 9 trips to the Super Bowl. We grew up with you. Thank you, Tom Brady. We love you.
Well, that was special. That was special. Really special, man. I remember when I was going through this, and as you guys see, I'm fumbling through my computer here. I was a little sad. I'm pretty sure you guys are sad with me, but you're going to say, Cliff, move on. But guess what? I can't move on, baby. You see this? I just feel like I'm 30 years old. I feel good. Yes, I paid $95 for it. I feel better, man. It's not making my hair grow. I'm still thinning. But let's get back to, I guess, celebrating Tom. Spike, what's going on, brother? Are you there?
You're rattled. You're rattled a little bit.
I am a little rattled. Just
Am I coming in? Oh, look at this. Isn't this funny?
Hey.
Look at this. Hey, what's up?
what's going on, man? So let's bring you back. I'm gonna instead of bringing you back.
Fine. This is actually silly.
Let me
this is the world of the behind. Talked about behind the scenes. Like people are seeing us right now.
I'm stressing out.
I feel like you've had a bad day today.
It's been a very.
I've been throwing a lot at you.
No, it's all right.
Big episode. You have the Tom Brady brand sweater on. I can't believe you paid $95 for that.
I did, but you know what? The presentation was pretty cool. Man.
Yeah.
The box was like, it was like Yeezys. Like you open it up and it said Brady. It was made in China though, Brady. Made in China. I know your profit margins are amazing.
How quick do you think he was able to get stuff from China over here to America? It
Tom.
took me a while to get some. I have something I'm supposed to do later on. It took me like 3 months before I got something from China.
I will say this. I honestly didn't think we were going to have this. I think this was going to be a Super Bowl outfit that I was going to wear. And it came in the mail today. I placed the order, I think, last Thursday, I think it was, when we started talking.
Yeah.
No, Wednesday. More Wednesday.
Oh, so you placed it on Wednesday and already got it today?
Yeah.
That was quick.
Yeah, very quick.
That's quick.
It's Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You want to get through a couple photos so I can shed some tears personally?
I had to get this out of the closet, my Super Bowl 51 jersey. A little snug on me. I got to get rid of it. And our boy Sports Stitches actually fixed this for me. This patch was coming off.
Shout outs to him, man.
Let's go through some pictures. Let's go through the career. This is a celebration of Tom Brady. I'm not here to be negative on Tom Brady. I'm not here to talk down on Tom Brady. We're here to celebrate the career. But I saw these pictures out on Twitter, and it's just kind of like through the life. So I'll step back a little bit. I'm still in the frame. Look at this. Tom Brady. Obviously, this is young Tom Brady. 2001 Tom Brady.
Do you think he was drunk right there?
I think he was a little drunk. Do you think Giselle sees this photo and is like, I'm glad that Tom's not like that anymore?
I bet you she was probably like, you should have got cuter ones. And that's a horrible Giselle, like, voice over.
Do you think that there was a little three-way action there that night?
I like to say yes because he's Tom Brady. That's all right. We'll go on to this.
Who are those guys?
I don't know, but I know they're like, damn. It's all right.
They said that Brady is like the fastest chugger on the team, back in the day.
I believe it.
So this is like the
Explain this right
here. This is like Clark Kent Brady. Like, look at this. You got the glasses on there. You got the hat on, the sweater vest. I mean, he's a sophisticated Tom Brady, and obviously right after the 5th Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like I like how he was doing that. Like every time he'd win something, it'd be another one coming.
Another one, yeah.
Family Brady.
Yeah, I like Family Brady. Look at Giselle.
The Beatles. I like the Beatles. Do you think that Brady's a big Beatles fan?
I think it was just a shirt that they probably purchased at Walmart.
Does Brady shop at Walmart?
He used to. I think Brady used to shop at Walmart. I think Brady still is a regular guy.
That shirt for $95. This sweatshirt for $95.
Because he's getting me and other people.
That's how they stayed rich.
Hey.
They shop at Walmart.
Hey, so should I rant? He didn't say thank you, Cliff, for buying my shirt or sweatshirt.
Did it include an autograph at least?
Nothing.
He should have got at least an autograph.
Nah, but it does feel kind of cool.
He looks like Mark Wahlberg in this photo. We were looking at this beforehand.
We were.
This is like if Mark Wahlberg wanted to play Brady, Brady needs to look like this. When's the last time you think he's been shadowboxing?
Since this last picture was taken.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that gut.
Little belly. Let me.
Little belly.
Hey,
Little belly
buddy.
out there for Brady.
The Bud Lattes.
Yeah.
This is your favorite picture. I know. Tell the people why.
I hate long hair Brady.
I know you do.
I hate long hair Brady.
Tell them why.
It just looks disgusting on him. I think he's going through a mid-career crisis with that long hair. And obviously he never won anything big. Maybe the MVP when he had long hair. All I remember Tom Brady with long hair is him crying when they had him on that documentary.
Yeah.
He had his hair back and he went like that to play with his hair and he was crying.
That's
like
and that right
memory
there
burned into my head. I'm going to have to find that.
We'll talk about crying later.
I do plenty of crying. So
This
who
here.
did you say this chick was?
So she is not a politician, but she speaks about politics on CNN or MSNBC, and talks about random things. She uses a little bit of comedic point of views to have you guys absorb politics a little bit better. I don't really watch her. Don't know her name. Sorry.
I think this was a little tribute from him to her. I don't know. He looks.
I don't like the
weird.
jacket. Like the little tassel there. The little tassel.
Does he
But
have a shirt underneath? I can't tell because of the lighting.
Yeah. No. I don't know. These are bad pictures, man. I wish everyone had
This is
HD.
the reason why we had these pictures.
Yeah.
This is about bad pictures. This. Look at the hair.
Yeah.
Look at the hair. It's fading up there. You talked earlier that you have more
Yeah.
hairline than he does.
Listen, I just want I want the
You
people to
have
see.
more of a-
Look at that.
hairline.
Ooh.
You have more of a hairline than Tom Brady.
It's kind of
in that
missing.
photo.
It's kind of missing.
No, but it's there compared to this.
But
talk about a midlife. There's a midlife crisis.
But he
not a
has
career
money.
crisis.
He has money. He should go visit. Where Ninkovich and Wes Walker go?
Oh, Dr. Leonard.
Dr. Leonard.
Dr.
Why
Leonard.
didn't Dr. Leonard reach out?
Do you want to talk about that? Right.
I
there?
definitely do.
Talk about that?
But that's a half grab. That's your girl. Or maybe they just started dating at that point. Do you know?
Can I do this too?
You know what? I'm gonna help you. So I don't want you sleeping on the couch again tonight. I don't want you sleeping on the couch. Let's move on.
No, Michelle's gonna hate me. Another family. The cone head Brady.
Yes.
It's a cone head like hat.
Did you used to ever watch Coneheads?
I did. I haven't watched them in like when they first came out.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that, but
That's
the
right
family
there.
man.
That's a great hat, by the way. You
How
can't find those.
How about his shoes?
It looks like Boston Bull shoes.
With a little bowling.
A little bowling action. That's it. Here you go again.
Disgusting. Disgusting. I mean, that is at that time he's a 3-time Super Bowl champion. I just don't like long hair. I don't like the thing. Some people can pull it off. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like.
Are
it.
you noticing a theme? He drinks a lot.
He does, because look at him right here. In
Yeah.
this picture.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
Disheveled. It almost looked like a toupee on his head.
Yeah,
But he's got that
baby.
open like chest, like.
I'm a little sweaty, baby.
I'm sure she. Look at that. He's also wearing a Giants shirt. By
That
the way, too.
was kind of gross, but we won't judge him.
Another long hair Brady. I mean, he pulls it off better in here because it's well maintained. He's got the sunglasses on.
Is he on a boat?
I think he's on a boat. He's got to be on a boat.
I know it's not a duck boat.
No.
We don't have the nice wood there, the shellac.
So
Talk about it.
First, who had it first? Tom Brady or Justin Bieber?
I'm gonna say Canada because I'm Canadian. Justin Bieber.
You're going with Justin Bieber.
The
This
Biebs.
is literally the Bieber look.
Because you know what? Tom Brady would never have tried that. I think Giselle was like, hey, you need to be hip.
You gotta
The
catch
Biebs
with
is
the
doing
young
it.
the young people.
That's right. The Biebs is doing it. You can do it.
Whoever can find out, I want to know who did it first. It was him or it was Bieber. It had to be Bieber.
We'll give a Mac Jones T-shirt away for that. Woo, Spike.
That's a Spike.
I think
That's
you
a
should
Spike.
sue.
If I take my
You should
hat
sue.
off, it's like the same thing. Like just disheveled.
But
just waking up. But
what,
he pulled
yours?
it off. He looks
How
sexy.
does yours stay up though?
How's mine stay up? I don't know.
Do you
does.
put
I need to get
anything?
a haircut really
No, but do you
bad.
put anything in there?
No, I put nothing. Nothing in my hair. I
Oh,
use Head
shit.
and Shoulders every day because I don't like to have dandruff.
Good
So
for-
it's
I
very-
like
have
that.
Thin hair.
Okay.
You know, I'm going to be bald one day.
Hey,
I have hair.
welcome.
But it's a little too long right now. But that's what I look like every day. Like, I take off my winter hat. It's what I look like.
What about this?
I don't look like that. So this is a combination of that long hair, but he's got that little grizzled look into him.
Yeah.
And chubby face, by the way, too.
I want to talk to the people. Whoever has like an auntie that was in the 80s that was out listening to rock and roll and used to like puff their hair and have their hair like the hair duck thing. I don't like. What the hell is this? Tom, what's going on with the puff? I'm going to call it the puff.
I do want to touch it. I feel like
it would bounce back.
Nice and soft.
But I bet you it'd bounce back. This was a nice photo.
Would you say he looked like in the
Tom Cruise to me.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Brady. Tom Cruise.
Minus the Scientology thing.
I feel like this was at a racing event. Man bun. Disgusting. Disgusting on Tom Brady. So, again, people can pull the man bun off. Don't get me wrong. It does not fit his brand. It's not Brady. That's Brady. This Brady.
I know why you.
Brady.
I know why you like this Brady.
Terminated because he's drunk.
Yes.
This is. I've been up in Vegas for 32 hours straight.
Don't fucking bother me.
This is Mike Felger Brady. This reminds me of Mike Felger for some reason.
You know what?
I don't know why.
Let's do a clip.
Like
let's do a clip and tag Felger.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to add someone else because Felger doesn't care
We'll
about.
Get it to Maz and Jim Murray.
Yeah.
Right there.
This here.
Bond villain.
Money.
Bond villain.
You see him?
Money.
He said, "Did you just ask me a question?"
Look at how perfect his hair is here.
Yeah.
Like no long hair, no
Nothing.
dishevelness. Like that's perfect.
That's
business Brady.
That's a man's jacket right there. The 3-piece.
Yeah.
Wow.
He pulls it off well.
What was going on here? This here, talk about it. I'm gonna give you
This is the Sunday Night Football Brady.
Yeah,
This is like the big game look Brady. This is like Brady versus Manning. They always use that image. He knows because before in the season,
Yeah.
you gotta be on prime time. What kind of picture do you want to use? That's the picture. Anytime they pulled up stats, anytime you had a big game on national television when it was on NBC, they always pulled that up.
I feel like it needs the music like dun 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 dun.
Like the villain. Like everyone hates Brady. That's the photo that they would use.
Ugh.
But I love it because you know he's a winner.
Don't you have to get like his approval, or they can
But
just do
that's
it?
what he wanted.
He wanted
He
this.
wanted that picture.
Huh? What about
This
this?
is Focus Brady. This is branded Brady. I'm wearing Beats by Dre.
Yep.
I'm focused. It's a Super Bowl, but I'm getting paid, $500,000 to wear these. Make sure you get my side angle and get that little Beats by Dre right there.
Hey guys, can I get something for this? What are these? Whatever these are. I just want a new pair. I'm not asking for much. I'm not asking for
They should be
much.
sending you a new Brady sweatshirt.
You're right.
So this is goofy Tom. So this is like 2003 Brady. Like he's just a goofball, right?
I was so close to
Like,
not putting this freaking picture up because I was like, "You're not doing my guy like that."
He's goofy. He's a goofball. It does show he's got personality. He's a goofball.
This is Mac Jones now.
It is so. Ooh, we're gonna get into that.
We
later.
are.
We are gonna get into that later because there's a lot that happened with the Pro Bowl, and that is Mac Jones. That's Mac Jones. That's goofball. So it really shows the difference because this is a 5-time, 6-time champion.
I have
Tom
money.
Brady.
I wear Tag Heuer, however you pronounce that. Don't even know how to say it. Tag. The Tag watch is very expensive. What about this?
I don't know. I don't like the jean. Like
I
he
wanted
pulls off
that.
Everything,
My
so-
wife won't let me wear jean shirts.
Well, you're gonna have to wear one next show.
All right. Do you have availability on your couch? I can sleep here.
Yeah. I came in with a big bag of stuff, and he's like, "Oh, you moving in?"
He's
You kicked
moving in.
out? Yeah.
I love this picture. Talk about it. I know you love this.
So this is a fantastic photo. I mean, Belichick having his protege Tom Brady behind him. It's just the way he's looking, like Belichick looking up, looking into the future, or it just. And I think you made a great point. This is when Tom was listening.
Yeah.
This is when Tom followed every single word that Bill had.
To the
He had his
T.
back, literally, because he's standing right behind him. And I feel like this is obviously first half of the dynasty, Brady Belichick. How many photos did you see of them later on like this?
Didn't happen much.
I think we found another photo.
Let's play a quick game. You be Tom, or I'll be Belichick. You be Tom. Ready? And then we'll do vice versa. Hey Tom, do you see how he's breathing? Do you see it? That means he's not throwing the ball.
Well, Coach, I see it. I don't know. I can't beat Tom Brady.
You can.
No, it was an interesting photo, and I saw that.
Yeah.
Had to include that.
I miss these days.
Yeah. So this is I think this is from the AFC title game when they beat Kansas City. That's a real excited Tom Brady.
Fuck yeah!
And I think that towards the end of his career here in the Patriots, at least, in just the later years, 2016, 17, 18, Brady really took every game, big game, as his last game.
Yeah.
I feel like retirement was always looming because we've always said, one injury, you're done. It's
Yep.
over, especially at the age.
Yep.
So that was one of the biggest wins in his career was in 2018 on the road, and I think that's what it's from. I think it's from it, but I remember having seen a picture like that. Either that or the Super Bowl that year. But
And this year,
this is
Kentucky Derby.
Kentucky Derby Brady is what you said. Yeah, that's a Kentucky Derby.
Bring out the drugs and alcohol, Brady.
That's Cam Newton Brady. It's a Cam Newton. A little shout out to him, right?
Yeah. Never wear that again, Tom.
This is the true New England Brady. You got your winter hat on. You got a hoodie, but it's sleeveless at the same time, like a little rep to Bill Belichick. Little cut. I have a couple of hoodies cut like that as well too. This is what I wear on a daily basis. Like I wear something very similar. Sometimes
This is your go-to.
That's my go-to. That's the real man New Englander right there. You've seen all of the other photos of him, fashion, designs, and all this. That's a New Englander right there.
You respect that man.
I respect it. He had a little New Englander in the last 20 years of being here.
And then this.
This is just so disrespectful to Tom Brady.
Oh my
the
God.
Deflategate Tom Brady, and when this came out, it was someone was after him. Whoever was drawing this, the artist, definitely hated the Patriots, definitely hated Tom Brady. And I remember at the time, no media was allowed inside, and we had to go on this one art room sketch of Tom Brady. Like how disgusting it looks.
Do you think this is like that's his baby mama's like auntie that drew that maybe?
Yeah.
Out of anger.
That's the Tom Brady, like that's just the tip of the iceberg of the photos that are gonna come out. I've talked to a couple people. They have tons of photos of Brady that have never been released. We're gonna see a lot of content over the next, forever, how long it goes of Tom Brady content. So
let me ask you this now before we continue with our show here. How do you feel knowing that Tom's not our quarterback? We moved on. I like to play on people's hearts by doing this and wearing that. He's still my quarterback. We're celebrating him. But saying like, damn, let's say he ended the way he let's say he lost that last game here that way. We know that wouldn't happen. We would never send an all-out blitz. We would play prevent and fall back. Wouldn't you say, Tom, cut it out. One more year. Look at what you had. Like,
I still want to see him play now. Even
me
if
too.
It's not for the Patriots.
Thank you for saying that, because there's a lot of people. No one cares. I don't want to see him.
And it just came out. It literally came out tonight on his Let's Go podcast that Brady said, "You never know."
Ooh,
right?
I didn't know that.
It was kind of, but it was still like Jim Gray asked him in the sense of injuries are going to happen in July. They're going to happen in September, October, and your name's going to pop up all the time.
Yep.
So Brady's just kind of saying, the door's open, but you never know.
Yeah.
But he's really focused on business. He's really focused on taking his finances now and tripling it. Brady made $300 million in his salary in the NFL career. He'll triple that in 4 years.
Easily.
If he can stay focused outside of the football field, I think, and push the game away, I think he needs to stay away for a full year.
Yeah.
Just get away from football, go off with your family, do what you got to do, go do business. And when he starts making a ton of money doing that, he's like, why put my body on the line for that? I'll be competitive in the business world. And I think once he has his hands grasping that, I think he'll let go.
I think he just wants to compete money-wise with his wife, because his wife has been making bank since day one.
And he now, as a 7-time champion, like, everyone's going to be after Tom. So I look at it that way, that he's going to compete. That's a great – she's the breadwinner.
She is the breadwinner.
Knows that.
Yep.
So he can triple his value within a couple years. And then maybe he has the control, and now he can finally wear the pants in the relationship. Maybe if he can do it in 1 year and have more money than her, then he can say, I'm putting my foot down.
And I'm coming back
to the NFL.
Like Michael Jordan?
Yeah, I think he might want to pull a Michael
Instead
Jordan.
of wearing he'll wear what? What would be his number coming back? Because Jordan,
12.
I know it has to be 12, but
12.
I don't know why Jordan ever. Well, he wore it for his dad, the 45, I believe, right?
I mean, and I think at the time, it's like, what did they retire the number, or someone else
somewhere,
wore it and they had to pull it back?
Yeah.
I also look at Brady. He's competitive. Why don't you play golf? Like, why don't you start getting into something like that? Why don't you get into another sport that you can have a longevity of a career?
Okay.
I also look at Brady, as
please don't
he
say
needs to see No, he just needs to find out where the right situation's going to be.
Okay.
So is it Las Vegas next year when Derek Carr's gone and they can, like, Josh McDaniels is there and knows that McDaniels will let him run the offense the way he wants to? I don't know. The Bucs own his rights, by the way.
Yeah.
It doesn't go away.
Yeah.
Like I don't get why these people. We'll get more.
We'll get more. Yeah.
I'm gonna get the actual situation.
All right. All right. All right.
I can't
All right. As Spike goes out, get him out of the screen. Get him out of this weird universe that we're in called the green screen. All right. So we have, thank you, sir, a lot of things scheduled for you guys today, I believe, God willing. If you guys don't understand the stress in which I'm going through, it's unbelievable, but Spike calmed me down. It's kind of a...
Because you had a bad day. You take it one down. You sing a sad song just to turn it around. I sang a sad song. I
had a
will
bad
remember you.
But that fucking song got stuck in my head that me and CJ did our little skit to when we were taking your bad day.
Oh, I got stuck in your head. When a song gets stuck in your head, do you have to play the song and listen to it fully to get it out of your head?
I just kept playing it.
You gotta keep doing it.
Yeah. And then I went we went home, making him dinner, and he's singing "Had a Bad Day." I'm like, God damn it!
I have been getting we've been watching Encanto at home,
How's
the
that?
new Disney movie.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
I was supposed to do a skin, I forgot, because everyone's doing the Bruno.
Yeah.
Have you gotten it? I don't want to be a spoiler. Have you watched it all?
I mean, yeah, I've watched it like 15,000 times.
Okay, so we can't talk about Bruno.
We can't. I like Bruno. We can't talk about Bruno. No. We can't talk about Bruno.
We cannot talk about Bruno, but it's okay that we talk about Bruno because it is the Boston podcast, Boston Power Hour. I said broadcast. I'm going crazy. All right, let's get back to order. We've had enough fun. Let me get back to our double screen.
Gotta get adjusted.
Let's
see myself here.
We'll adjust you in a second. This is what I want to do. I'm going to give you the platform because I see. What is that over there? They can't see it yet. Do we want to show that yet?
I have a special thing.
Is that for later?
It's whenever we're going to the seat of our pants right here. This is a. We can do it now. That's fine. This is a Tom Brady special, right? This is a Tom Brady edition. We have something a little bit later where we're going to go down our top 5 moments. I don't know if you have yours. I have mine. I don't know if you have yours. I have mine.
I'm listening.
All right.
I'm just sending it.
A little tribute there at the beginning. Josh Tumlin's watching. He said your audio sucked. So, Josh Tumlin, I appreciate you.
Josh, I'm sorry.
Josh Tumlin talks about you all the time, Cliff.
I'm sorry,
He sees the success off this right here,
yeah,
by the
but
way.
Josh,
he knows how hard you work.
Josh,
I was texting him updates.
Help.
All right, so.
Where are we here? I'm looking at my phone. Continue.
Okay, spoiler alert. I already opened this tonight, because I was talking to someone who's a big fan of what I have in here.
Okay.
So I opened it and I had to show him. And he was excited when he first saw it, and then I showed it to him and he was like, I can't believe you. I can't believe you. So shout out, first of all, to Self-Made Jerseys. Anytime you see me wear jerseys, I get them from Self-Made, and he lives out in Thailand. He's done my Spike King jerseys, multiple Spike Kings. He's done the Celtic Spike King jersey I've had. He's done this jersey, obviously, of course. I think this is like my 7th jersey from him. I was supposed to get this in the middle of the season. He made this preseason, and because of COVID and everything getting backed up, wasn't able to get it. I didn't get this until last Wednesday. Finally came in, of course, after the Patriots season's over. So when we're talking about Tom Brady and how thankful we are for Tom Brady and how thankful the Patriots fan base needs to be that we got to witness 6 Super Bowl wins. We got to witness the Patriots go to 9 Super Bowls with Tom Brady. And don't forget, the Patriots, for the young ones out there, and I was a young one too, they already went against Green Bay before Brady, just a couple years prior to that. So I thought this is something that I wanted made, and it's a great reminder out there of all those in Pat's Nation.
Wow, you really
because I said
waited.
this. I said this, Cliff. I said this to people at home. This team owns you right now. They do own you.
Holy
the Buffalo
shit.
Bills. The Buffalo Bills own you.
Oh,
let me. Oh, no, spoilers. Don't want you to see it. So I got myself a Buffalo Bills jersey, right? Put this out here with number 0 on it. what does the 0 represent? The 0 represents the amount of Super Bowls that the Buffalo Bills have won. Remember this. I know you don't want to be, oh, we're always talking about the past. Oh, we always got to bring up the past. We don't want to be Cowboys fans. You can when it comes to the Buffalo Bills. Yes, the Buffalo Bills own the New England Patriots right now currently, right? There are 4 wins in the last 5 games against them. But just need to remind them this. 0 Super Bowls. 0 Super Bowls. Well, you don't have Tom Brady anymore. Okay, you have Josh Allen. You have Josh Allen, and you couldn't even go to the Super Bowl yet. So just a reminder, I'm going to wear this next season. Thank you. Thank you, self-made jerseys. I'm going to wear this next season in Buffalo. I'm going to make sure. Michelle, I'm going to Buffalo.
Oh,
I'm
Jesus
going to wear
Christ.
this in Buffalo. I'm going to wear this in New England. If you see me wearing this jersey, you better know that what it means. 0. That's what you guys have. 0 reminder. And that's what makes me more thankful for Tom Brady and why he was here for 20 years to see 6 wins and to go to 9 trips. Very hard to do that. So, Buffalo Bills, you want to live in the past? Just remember that. 0.
Gunshots in the air, unbelievable. I just want to give you some props for you at least the blue matches. We're kind of bluey today, but wow.
Yeah, no, I just want to say too,
Holy shit.
totally ripped this off from the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. I followed those fan bases down there. So E-Rock, this was before the Eagles won their Super Bowl. I found this out. A guy from the Giants, the license plate guy, had an Eagles jersey that said 0 Super Bowls on the back of it.
Wow.
The Eagles end up winning it. Am I jinxing this already? I might. The Bills. You might want to put a bet in the Bills for next year because I think I might have cursed it, and this jersey will only exist for 1 year. They actually ended up when the Eagles won. The Eagles fan base bought the jersey off the Giants guy, and they raised money for charity. They raised $14,000. They
Wow.
burned it at their home opener when it was the ring ceremony, the banner drop for the Eagles. So
Wow.
maybe we can raise some money with this later on, but just a nice friendly reminder.
You know what? I listen, props, because
And,
I didn't see that. He didn't tell me
Got
anything,
my
ladies and gentlemen.
little championship. Yeah, you didn't know about that. I have people who follow me. I've posted about this already, like a month ago or 2 months ago or whatever it was. And I post a lot, so most people are gonna forget about it. I was so happy when I saw it, but I was like, oh, like I wanted to wear that. I wanted to wear that this year when we went to the Brook. I wanted to wear it when we're with the game together.
Yeah.
I wanted to wear it then, and I also wanted to wear it at 6 string.
That would have been kind of crazy.
It would have been fun to wear it.
That would have been kind of crazy.
So it's going to be funny wearing this, though, next year at Gillette because people are going to see me. There's people, not everyone knows me, right? So people are going to see me wearing that and think I'm a legitimate Bills fan.
Yes, they are.
And they're going to talk shit, and then I'm going to walk by them and they'll be like, oh, wow, that's funny.
Shit.
That's funny. So 0
So-
Super Bowls.
So let's help the people that probably passed out. Was like, I thought this was a tribute to Tom Brady. I'm gonna bring up your first memorable moment, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Should I play that beautiful bean footage?
What do we got?
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do we got? What bean footage?
This footage. It's quick. Come on.
Right. I got. He's
Talk
smiling.
about
He was
it.
smiling at me.
I'm gonna keep looping this. You deserve
He was
a
smiling
loop.
at me.
You deserve a loop.
He was smiling at me. First of all, major shout out to Silver Bullet. Happy birthday, Silver Bullet, by the way,
Happy
too. I saw it last minute.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Silver
Okay,
Bullet.
I didn't know that, man.
I
Let's
didn't know
applaud.
until either late.
Happy birthday, Silver Bullets.
He helped me with, my connection with Best Buddies, and through connections, I was able to meet Tom Brady, and it was just for a quick 5-second photo op. None of your own cameras are allowed. No cameras, no cell phones, no
Of course
nothing. They
not.
take the picture of you.
It's Tom Brady.
So I was nervous, and I didn't know I was going to meet Brady this night. It just happens on a whim.
Mm-hmm.
Pull my phone out and just did Ride the Wave with Brady, and you can tell I'm shaking a little bit. He was cool. I mean, shook my hand afterwards, laughed, and that's that. So it's awesome. I keep watching you on the loop because it's just awesome. That's the picture. So I had to put my phone away, and I'm putting it in my pocket, and I'm trying to move up my hand to do a little, Ride the Wave,
Yep.
and that's just how the picture came out.
Nah,
I mean,
but the video?
the
I'm
video is key, and I don't have it to you, but I ended up getting to meet Brady a couple years later. It was his last year. He did these the Sweet Feet for strikes. So James White used to do a bowling event.
Oh, yes, at Kings, right?
So he was there. So I got media pass to go there, and I was covering it. I got a little interview with James White, did a selfie video.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good. And I heard murmurs Brady's coming, Brady's coming. So everyone went inside. I stayed outside, and Brady and GRD ended up coming. We got him a pass. Brady ends up coming. I have it on video, and he comes in, and GRD puts his hand out for a fist bump, and just like to leave it out, and then Brady wasn't looking, and then turned and looked and was going to do it, and Corey pulled it away by accident, like he didn't know. And then, he was just like, hey.
Did Brady see that?
Brady was just like, hey, guys, what's going on? Like, it was just, the way he talks to you and directs you, you just,
you're listening?
He is a god. He is a god. When you're in just with him, standing next to him, and you just think of everything about your life and watching him in all the celebrations and even the low moments of being there with Tom Brady as well too. You freak out. I've learned, over the last couple of years, we're all human beings.
Right.
There's nobody that's more special than you. Like, it's cool to meet some players. It's cool to meet celebrities and musicians and stuff, but we're all in the same. We're just all grinding in different ways. But when you meet Tom Brady, I mean, it's just so different. It's like meeting the President of the United States. It's just meeting someone that is just so wanted, so celebrated. I would say the equivalent is meeting The Rock. I'd be like the same way. Like just meeting Dwayne Johnson. I'd be the same way to meet somebody like that.
I want to meet that guy.
And I look back on this, I'm very fortunate to at least have some sort of picture with Brady while he's here, and have that little video and just have that little.
I think that's cool.
3 seconds is worth it, man.
No, I think that's pretty.
It was awesome.
I think
it was great.
Good. And I see that this is your part 2 here.
Oh, so part 2. So this is my number 4 moment, was Tom Brady in the snow rocking the red throwbacks. This was against the Tennessee Titans when they scored, I think it was 59-0. Tom Brady had 6 touchdowns that game in the first half, and they pulled him. But it's just that, everyone loves that red throwback. They love the Pat the Patriot. It's supposed to be coming back next year.
I'm happy.
You'll see Mac Jones rocking it, but it's the snow, and it was just so bad out with snow, and they just completely destroyed the Titans, and they didn't let up at all either. I was in college at the time. I was going to UMass Lowell. This was also a big night because it was the same night that Burger King introduced the $1 double cheesburger. So I ended up getting 6 of them after that. Afterwards, I know a lot about double cheeseburgers.
I'm kind of mad that you're remembering.
But it was just that, the other red Brady throwback when Thanksgiving. Like, anytime they wear those red throwbacks, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But just the way they beat the Tennessee Titans, I think that was a big moment. That was obviously the bigger moment right there.
But I have a question for you, right? So going back to that time, like, as you just did the ride the wave thing there, right? Did you say to yourself, yo, because I like to lie to myself and say, I'm going to do this. He's going to say, hey, what is that? And spark a conversation. Like, did you play that in your mind thinking that, hey, I'm going to walk by, do this, and Tom's going to say, what's that all about?
Well, look at I mean, you have to like think about this. You're in line. They're moving everybody quickly. Like, they're moving everybody quickly. And Brady did give time to certain people. Again, this is a charity event for Best Buddies, so he's giving time to certain people. But if you make donations, you get to meet Brady. It was just a simple handshake. Pre-COVID, so you get to handshake.
Yeah.
Handshake. They give a picture. You might say something. That's it. With Brady, you're watching the line, and Brady's time is money.
Okay.
In and out. They're moving you. They're moving you. There's
delays.
Security around. There's everybody. They're moving you. No delay.
Okay.
So I just knew I only had so much, time to be prepped for anything. And they seemed like they were very stingy about the video.
But
they told me to delete it afterwards. Oh, yeah, I deleted it.
Really?
Yeah.
He's kind of watching you like, hey, what's
look
that
at he's
about?
smiling. He's smiling. I made him smile. I made him smile. I made Tom Brady smile. Yo. And it is what it is. It's not like I was like gonna punch him or do something stupid. It was just a quick video, ride the wave, and I'm pretty sure
hold on.
This was coming. There it is. He's smiling.
That's a smile in the blur. I see it.
And the thing is this. He's coming off that Super Bowl win. That's after Super Bowl 53, by the way. Because I'm wearing my Mass Pirates. I was working for the Mass Pirates Arena football team at the time. And this was, so the tattoo, when I had that first tattoo, it was known. Like, the people, he might have known about it.
Okay.
He didn't say, like, hi, Spike. He didn't say anything to me, but it's just, he's there, he smiled, he got a chuckle. I got a chuckle out of him. I got my blurry picture. I got out of there, and I got yelled at by everybody. Other side story.
Yep.
Edelman was there. I got a picture with Edelman. I don't think Edelman likes me. I think Edelman hates me.
Why?
I think he knows the Spike King stuff and absolutely hates it and thinks it's cringeworthy, and that's fine. It's funny because his company will want to work with me and just do like ambassador programs and stuff. So I'm always repping JE11. Whatever. I met Edelman. I could tell when I met him. It was like every time I've met him, it's just like
It was just no bueno.
he wants to kick my ass.
Really?
Dito, on the other hand, was with me. Dito actually got to meet Brady. So Dito was with me. We met Brady and then Edelman afterwards. Edelman and Dito talked for a solid 15 minutes, like, because Dito was one of the last people to go, and Edelman loves Dito's beard, so they were just talking about that for 15 minutes. When we went to 2019, we went to training camp, and we had a certain area that we were allowed to be in because we had the passes for it.
Yep.
And Edelman actually went up to Dito again, and they talked for another 20 minutes. It was just about the beard and stuff like that. So because Dito's a good guy. Dito isn't Spike King. He isn't Babs. So there was a mutual respect there. So I thought that was cool from that little thing.
I think it's pretty dope.
I got him to smile.
No,
I got him to smile.
It matters, dude.
I made Brady smile. That's it. So number 3 for the Tom Brady legacy was that I love was when he had Randy Moss. So this is from the 2007 season, the regular season against the Giants. Brady had 50 touchdowns that year, breaks the record at the time. And Randy Moss got his 23rd touchdown of the season, which was bananas. It's actually very sad that they didn't win that Super Bowl that year. And I've always said that if they won that Super Bowl, Brady gets hurt and tears his ACL, and they didn't go on a run like that they did in the second half of the dime, I don't think Brady would be Brady if they won that Super Bowl.
Really?
You win 4 Super Bowls at a young age and go undefeated. And then he tears his ACL. Maybe he doesn't meet Alex Guerrero. Maybe his rehab isn't the same way. Maybe he lose some of that competitive. Because now, not only did you lose the 2007 Super Bowl, right? And you didn't go undefeated, and you're embarrassed. The next year, in the first game, you tear your ACL. So that already is sparking, like, I can't believe I was at the highest of the highs and I'm at the lowest of the lows. And I think that's what sparked his resurgence and worked really hard to get back to where he was. But if you win in 2007, you're a 4-time champion. They would have already dubbed him the GOAT. You're 4-0 in Super Bowls. You go undefeated. You tear your ACL. Belichick is business. And Belichick in that year would probably be looking, let's move on from Tom. Let's move on from – would Tom be playing somewhere else? Maybe.
Interesting.
But I don't think that he would be the 7-time champion without that happening.
So you don't think the fire would have been the same?
I think the fire, the fire would not be as high as it is.
I can buy that. I can rent that idea from you because I think I don't know where you were. I was with friends and families. We're at a house. Everyone came over. I had a very small party. No one spoke to each other when the game was done. No one. You just couldn't believe that happened. Like, do you remember how I'll admit it, ladies and gentlemen, there were some games I kind of stopped watching. I was like, we're up. I got to go do something else because it got boring. We became accustomed to it, right? And for the way they lost was unbelievable. But now I want to go back to this touchdown real quick.
Yeah.
Was because I see Brady's on the ground. Was this the play where they sent Randy Moss right-hand side and it was a streak? They missed it. They went back. The next play did the same thing and scored. Was this
I think that was the same play.
Jesus Christ. They were supposed to win. God put God didn't want them to win that year.
It's crazy that in 2007 their defense wasn't that good. Nope. I mean, there was some close games. They gave up 30 points a couple times.
Yep.
Remember, I think the Baltimore Ravens game that year, it was a very close game. They barely escaped out of that. Yep. Even that Giants game, I kind of barely escaped out of that game.
Yep.
Yet the defense only gives up 17 points in the Super Bowl. Would they lose 17-14, whatever the score was? The defense actually held it in check. It's the offense that just disappeared.
Yeah.
And you're like, what happened?
What happened? The juggernaut.
It's absolutely mind-boggling.
Yeah.
When 2007, for that Super Bowl, I was at my friend Kyle's house. He lived just a street away from me. And so what happens is we were watching in his living room, and it was him, Kyle, myself, and Alex. We're all watching it. They had a TV in the kitchen, a small TV, that was a little bit faster than the one we were watching. So his mom was in that room just watching it, whatever. And I remember the helmet catch, and I'm getting goosebumps even talking about it. She just screamed in the other room, "Oh!" And we knew that the Giants are on offense. So you're already hearing the scream, and it's about a 7-second delay. And you're seeing the play now happen, and you're like, what's going to happen? And Eli ducks, and you're like, oh my God, get him. Like, is it, and then you see that pass, it stung. That moment, you kind of knew this game isn't theirs. The momentum's changing, and I'm a guy, by the way, even in losses, no matter what team it is that you support, I watch the celebrations afterwards.
Me too.
I remember when they lost in 2010, 2011. The second time, I was in college, and my buddy Pat turned the TV off immediately, and I was like, what the fuck you doing? I want to watch the celebration. Like, even if you lose, I want to still soak it in.
I watch it alone.
Yeah, I want to soak that. I want to soak that in. I cried in 2007. It sucks. I was in high school. Like, it was just.
It's all right.
It was just because you're so invested. Everybody's invested. You just watch this team go 16-0 in the regular season, win 2 games. That it's not easy, and to get into that spot and be like, oh.
Yep.
But it sets up. Look at the timeline now. Like, what are we? 13, 14 years later.
Unbelievable.
And he's won 6 and he won 7 with Tampa.
What was the name of that sweatshirt? I bought it at College Hype over here. It was like a perfect season. But they mix it.
I have that shirt at home.
What did it say?
I think it just says perfect season or something on it. 16-0. I have another one that my mom got me at the time, and it was a long sleeve shirt, and it had all the scores on the back of it from the regular season.
Man,
so nice. Just for the regular season, 16-0, and that's another thing too. Anything 16-0, that's you don't wear it. You can't wear it. You can't talk about that season. It actually was embarrassing. The Patriots put up a 16-0 banner at Gillette Stadium.
That's cultish. That's like
cultish. It was, and they're trying to celebrate. No, you rip the Band-Aid off.
Get out of here with that crap. Let me ask you a question. Blame game. Real quick, who do you blame for that one? Richard Seymour for not holding tighter? Because he had him. Richard Seymour had Eli Manning's shirt. He had his jersey. Rodney Harrison for not just going after the ball and trying to cut his head off. Who's to blame? And obviously, I'm playing. I'm joking.
It'd have to be Harrison.
You think so?
Because anybody can escape out of the pocket. I mean, look at Joe Burrow last week against Kansas City.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't really blame them too much. How do you let a helmet catch happen? Just the way the catch happened,
too. It was so weird.
Like, it's just, even coming down, he was able to still come down with it. And it's just, another thing, too, is it's not like that scored a touchdown. The defense still had time, to be able to make a stop.
Yeah.
And they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I blame the offense, if anything. If your offense is putting up 50 touchdowns, Tom Brady, and 23 touchdowns from Randy Moss, you should be able to go back out there. You should be able to. You should be able to score. That defense held it in check. Like I said, they only gave up 17 points. They gave up one of the most important plays. Where's your offense all game?
Yeah.
The Giants were able to stop them, and Giants were a 6 seed.
Ugh, let's move on.
I thought this was supposed to be good.
I know. This is your fault.
This was supposed to be positive Brady stuff. Here's a positive.
Hey.
Wow. So Babs. I put this as number 2 all-time Brady moments. Tom Brady winning in Tampa. I can't believe I'm talking about this, right?
No, it's because you're an adult, sir.
I'm an adult.
Yes.
Finally. I think I just grew up this past year. Once you hit 30, it's just different. That 3 gets in there. Different. So, this for Tom Brady. I'm talking about Tom Brady, right?
Yep.
Vindication.
Yep.
He went out on his own, and he won. Okay? Tom Brady proved the Patriots organization wrong. He proved Robert Kraft wrong.
Yes, he did.
He proved Bill Belichick wrong.
Yes, he did.
He proved most people wrong. He proved Joe Stafford wrong, because when we were doing Boston's Big 3 back in the day, he said this quote, "Old dogs don't learn new tricks. Good luck in Tampa, Tom Brady." A lot of people wrote Tom Brady off.
Yeah.
They said, good luck, Tom Brady, and he did it in his first year, which is crazy.
That hurts.
Because let's say if he didn't win it, and they weren't guaranteed to win it.
Yep.
They were not guaranteed. They didn't even get the bye week. He had to go to Washington.
The hard way.
They had to go 3 road games.
Yeah.
They were trying to give the game, the NFC title game, to Green Bay, and Green Bay just didn't want it. So and then they go at home, and they're at home, and they just wax the floor with Kansas City. He deserved it.
Yeah.
He deserves that moment. He deserves the recognition for doing it. He deserves the limelight, the respect. And him winning it was just probably, and we saw it at the parade, how loose he was, how like the avocado tequila. it's
Throwing-
vindication.
Throwing the Lombardi Trophy, baby.
He was feeling himself.
Yeah.
And in this moment right here, the Patriots were in the past. That's it.
For Brady,
no
you're
more
saying.
for Brady.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't need them anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not in their shadow anymore. I went out and I did it on my own.
Yeah.
And I respect Tom for doing that.
Me too.
How many people out there have a job that they hate? They don't want to be there. Or people within your job saying, you need us. And then you say, you know what? I've had enough.
That's a great
And you
point.
move on somewhere else.
It's a great point.
You move on somewhere else and you become better. And then, seriously.
You're trying to hurt people's hearts tonight. Better.
But it's just in life, like in general, like,
Yep.
you know, even relationships, you're with somebody for a long time and then you break up and they say it's your fault.
Even
no,
his
it's
hair looked
on
better.
you. You are the reason why we're breaking up. Okay. And then you go and you just go find a dime piece out there. And it's just your life continues and you look back on it and be like, I can't believe I was with them. I was the one who was carrying it the entire time. He has the right to say, I carried you.
So
that was so big for Brady.
So you truly believe he meant that when he said this was his most favorite ring, like his favorite Super Bowl
He said
victory?
his favorite ring is always the next one.
Yeah.
And his last one was Tampa. So that's got to be his favorite
Ouch.
ring. Ooh.
A lot of spike. It's too much.
It hurts. And
Oh
that
my
ring
God.
is separates from all the other rings that he has. It
Yeah.
really sticks out.
No one can say anything about it. I did skip one, so let's go back to that Band-Aid we was ripping off. This hurt me because Randy Moss, right? I've never seen any wide receiver do what he wanted. Imagine if he was like really laser focused. Imagine if him and Brady met earlier.
Yeah.
Because he had
it was good
Dante
timing.
Culpepper, and he just ran routes. And it wasn't just a burner. He had hands.
I feel Brady almost feels sad for Randy that he knows deep down I didn't get him his ring.
Yeah, me too.
Because they still have a great relationship, you know, when they do the ESPN Monday Night Footballs and you see them together. And they still have it looks like they have a good relationship with each other. And I'm sure it bugs Brady. Same thing with like a guy like Wes Welker, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That it's like, I wish I got these guys rings.
Should have caught the ball,
We
Wes.
shoulda-
Should have caught it.
And also for Randy Moss, I mean, you know, he was still under contract here, and then 2008 comes,
Yep.
and Brady's gone.
Brady's gone, yep.
Brady's gone because of an injury. So it feels like Kevin Garnett when Kevin Garnett came for the Celtics.
Great.
And it was a wasted year.
That's good.
Because Garnett got hurt, right? But it
Yep.
was a wasted year for the Celtics team. It's like, wow, that's 1 year less. And then they got back to the big dance
And it
again,
just wasn't.
and it didn't work out because
Yep.
it's just another year older.
Yeah.
Randy Moss literally you're another year older now and eventually got cut from the Patriots. And Randy Moss had another chance to win a Super Bowl with the 49ers.
49ers, yep.
And then they lost.
Yeah. You know who Randy Moss reminds me of? A great different sport. Charles Barkley. And that's to me why I think we as fans, like, we're so spoiled, right? We're like, oh, you're great. You're supposed to win. You just didn't do what these guys did everything.
Yeah.
But sometimes you need a little luck, too, on your side. Unreal.
And I'm sure Randy, it bothers him some days to see, you know, all these other people celebrating that big glorious game and moment. And, you know, Randy's a Hall of Famer. Like there's no disrespect ever to Randy Moss.
At all.
I know some people like hated the way he carried himself early on in his career. He matured a lot
Mm-hmm.
in the later half of his life there. And, you know, people enjoy him on ESPN. It's just, it's sad that it never worked out.
Yeah.
But as they say, things happen for a reason.
For 100%. I don't know what his reason is for him, but I will say that he is a GOAT in my book. Never doubted.
Do you have that one last photo?
Of course I do.
This is the most important photo.
This here? Is this the photo? Like, did they plan this?
Every time I post this photo, it does so well on my account. Like, unbelievably well. But
Like, look
I
at
just,
his face.
like, Brady's face is the sense of relief. The weight is off your shoulders. And I like to paint the picture for this. I can type my words out, but I now get to talk about it. It was a 10-year drought for the New England Patriots. They hadn't won a Super Bowl since 2004-5, right? That era, the back-to-back. And it's so hard to get back to this game. And at that point in between the 10-year drought, Brady lost that perfect season. Brady tears his ACL. Brady loses to the Giants yet again. And 2014 is just such a crazy season because they started the season 2-2. Jimmy Garoppolo was drafted second round. It was going to be Belichick's new guy. And the pressure was on. And we remember in Kansas City, are you moving on from Brady soon? We're on to Cincinnati. And I remember going to that Bengals game, Cliff. I made a shirt that said we're on to Cincinnati. I still have the shirt. Can't fit into it. I hope I fit back into it one day. I remember going to that game. Tickets were like $50 to get into that game. Sunday Night Football.
Really?
And the Pats were 2-2 at the time. Because I think there was a sense from the fan base, this could be it. This might be it. The dynasty. Everything's over. There was no dynasty, actually, because it's like a 10-year drought.
10-year drought, yeah.
And then that team went on a run for the rest of the season. A powerhouse run, including the Ravens divisional game. The down 14 points twice. The double pass, right? To end up beating the Colts, and then Deflategate started blossoming. And then during the Super Bowl week, he's getting all these questions. That final kneel down against the Legion of Boom, that team that's trying to go back-to-back on you, ended their dynasty because they ain't the same anymore. They all broke up after that game. And to Richard Sherman to come out and show the sign of respect to Tom Brady and say, you are the GOAT. Because now it's his 4th Super Bowl.
That's right.
And you just look in his face. He took that extra time in that moment. Probably for the photo op, yeah. But that extra time, you just zoom in on that face when you can.
It's
in
unreal.
The picture, when you guys have it, you can just sense so much weight off his shoulder. And now to know 2014, 2016, 2018, 2020, every other year Tom Brady goes to the Super Bowl and wins, and then he went in between that time and lost to the Eagles. But it just means so much seeing that photo. I need to get that photo framed, blown up, because I just look at it, and it was the start of the second dynasty.
Doesn't it look like someone photoshopped him in?
It does. It doesn't look real.
Yeah.
It does not look like a real photo.
He was by himself at that moment. Like, okay. And I think that picture is so telling because he literally had to recreate himself, right? And as you so eloquently said, all the stuff that he's done in the past was irrelevant. Coach was ready to move on. Jimmy's there. The Legion. And this is what people don't give him enough respect for, right? Because there's always going to be that conversation. Oh, he has the coach. Oh, he had the defense. Or he had this. He had that. He had to go against this defense and come back. Like, this was such a great performance for Tom Brady. Like, I really want someone that, like, is a historian to do, like, a really good documentary, like, and break down the football aspects, the ups and downs, not what he did. I understand what he did. I get it. It's for us. But more for the people that really care and was there for it. Because I'm not going to lie, doubts came in my mind as well.
That 2014 season really needs to be dissected a lot more.
Yeah.
And everything around it.
100%.
Because, like you just said, the Legion of Boom was the real deal.
Yep.
And they went back-to-back Super Bowls. And, yeah, Tom Brady's defense saved the day. Malcolm Butler was there. But don't forget, they were down.
Yep.
They were down 10 points in that
That's
game
right.
in the fourth quarter.
That's
Another
right.
Tom Brady fourth-quarter comeback. And Brady got them into the spot, and defense came up and made the play. Yeah.
Yep. You need the points to get there first.
We talk about individual things, but it is a team sport, and everyone did their part to win that game. It's just that 2014 season then starts circling down to, it was the start of the end, in a way, of Brady after 5 more years of being here in New England. 6 more years. It's the start of the end for Tom Brady. But it's that second coming of Brady, the 2.0 dynasty, to go on a run. It's fantastic. And like you said, there was doubts when they were 2-2. There were a lot of doubts in the fan base mind of, is he done? Now, there was a lot of people out there, like myself, that was like, no, let's go watch them go to play Cincinnati and kick their ass Sunday Night Football. And they just went on this magical run. And then the whole Jimmy Garoppolo kind of got pushed off to the side until Brady was suspended, which is another great season in 2016 where he suspended 4 games.
Yep.
And you had Garoppolo go in, and he gets hurt, and he looked good in the first game. He gets hurt.
Yep.
And then you had Jacoby Brissett go in, and then they lose to the Texans because they had no quarterback for the Texans. And then I actually drove 10, 14 hours out to Cleveland. I went out to Cleveland for his
Really?
Brady return game. It was all Patriots fans there, and it was just so great to see him. And that 2016 season was fantastic for Brady. So, again, we're so spoiled.
We are.
We're so spoiled for the great football that we've seen.
We are.
And in Brady, it's Brady's fault.
A lot of theatrics, too.
Because our standards are so high now, it's hard to come back to reality.
Right.
Like, that's why I feel bad for a guy like Cam Newton, who was the transition scapegoat for you to get this team back to where it needs to be.
Yep.
And then Mac Jones. Am I hard on Mac Jones? Absolutely. I have to be hard on Mac Jones.
Sorry, buddy.
Because this is the winning culture here.
Sorry.
There's no excuses. Oh, he's a rookie, like this and that. We'll get into it in a little bit, but it's just like, hey, this is the standard of what the Patriots now are, and especially for the last like two decades, 20 years. Like that's what we are. We don't want to go back into being irrelevant. So,
at all. Not
and they're
even
getting
close.
there. They're building themselves back up. It takes time.
But before we go back there, right? So what do you we understand the accolades that he's received, that he's earned. Probably a couple MVPs, they didn't give it to him because they're like, cut the shit, enough. Or you didn't go all the way, even though most valuable player on said team. With Tom Brady doing, excuse me, what he did, where you're not going to see a lot of that, where as far as conditioning, as far as consecutive play, as far as a laser-focused guy saying, this is my team, do you think we'll ever see a player truly wanting to be here? Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I let him answer that, I don't want people to say, when I meant be here, I meant be here as a player, not be here, I want to become a Bostonian. Like, if I had money too, Spike, guess what? I don't want to be in the cold. I'd be somewhere warm. I would probably be somewhere that's not Boston. But my loyalty to the game, to the team, never really wavered. The guy asked for his guy, masseuse guy, to come be there and wax his legs off. Dude, whatever you want, you can keep performing that way, we're going to let you do it. So I have two questions, actually. One, do you think we'll ever see that type of player again? Two, do you want to see that type of player again? Or do you want it to just be, you know what, this belongs, because me, selfishly, I just want this to be for Tom. I want to see winners, but I want this to just be Tom's thing.
I really hope that one day, we're never going to see a player like Brady ever again. Ever again.
199
in the sport of football. You can't say we'll never see like a Michael Jordan, because you got a Michael Jordan here, right? Maybe in another sport you're going to see somebody be pretty dominant that's going to be on that kind of stage, right? In the sport of football, no one's ever going to repeat what Tom Brady was able to do, not only to win 6 Super Bowls with your own team, to be able to leave and then win one right afterwards with another team. It's not happening. Mm-hmm. I would love to see another Tom Brady. I get what you're saying. Tom Brady is the organization now. Like, Tom Brady is the New England Patriots. But I do want the Patriots to get that guy that can at least win 2. I would like a guy, not a guy that comes in, win 1, and that's it. I want a guy that can at least have a part of the history of the Pats organization going forward. Mm-hmm. A lot of guys in the past, prior to 2000, from 1960 to 2000, have paved their way, like the John Hannas, right? Mm-hmm. The Drew Bledsoe, that have made a difference for the New England Patriots. I think the future, they'll find somebody. It will take time. The organization's run very properly. Mm-hmm. Look at the clown show right now down in Tampa. Like, that place is going to get blown up. They're never going to be the same. Mac Jones wanted to be here. Mac Jones said he wanted to be a Patriot. So when you talk about, will there be somebody that wants to play here? Yeah, because of the history. Mm-hmm. It's like people want to play for the Cowboys because of their history. From 25 years ago, they want to be a Cowboy. I think people want to be a Patriot. As long as Belichick's around for now, which is going to be kind of short, and as long as the Krafts are owning it. As long as the Krafts own it, because eventually Jonathan Kraft's going to be the owner. Mm-hmm. And it'll be actually interesting when the transition of power from Robert,
is he how he really wants to run it,
to Jonathan goes.
Yeah.
And how Jonathan's family gets involved in it. and who Jonathan's hiring and who's signing the paychecks. There's going to be a lot of interesting things. I think the Pats, they're never going to be irrelevant. They're never going to be that like bottom feeding team. Will they have a bad season and they feel like a really bad season? They could. It could happen. Things happens with, but I think as long as they have the right pieces, the media's here. I mean, a lot of things have been built up because of the Patriots, the media, the brands out there. There's going to be a guy that's going to win too. I hope it's Mac Jones. So don't get me wrong. Like I hope it's Mac. They have the right tools right now to get him to a Super Bowl. But you're never going to see another Tom Brady, and it's Tom's team, and that motherfucker holds all the control right now.
Yeah, he does.
Tom Brady's retirement. This was the post that he put out there. Tom Brady could have picked any photo from his 22-year career. He decided in his retirement, and if you want to look at it, it's a Bucs retirement. You know, he's leaving the Bucs. Okay. He didn't want to pick the Super Bowl trophy photo.
Nope.
He picked a photo when he's inside Gillette Stadium because he knows what he's doing. He's smiling, and he's pointing.
I told you. That's what he's doing.
I told you. And in his retirement posts, I know we all freaked out, right? No mention of Belichick, no mention of Robert Kraft, no mention of the New England Patriots. And I get it. It's a goodbye post, but it was 8 pages long. You got to keep swiping to keep reading. I thought that Tom Brady should at least thanked the fans of New England. He didn't have to thank the Patriots. He didn't have to thank Bill Kraft. But the fans that stuck by him, because there's plenty of fans from New England who still defended the wall of Tom Brady, that went down to Tampa to fire the cannons. I think that should have been out there. His thank you to Patriot Nation was just a one-off story post on his Instagram. You know who got a one-off story post Instagram from Tom Brady? Jarrett Stidham got one. Just saying. Like, my boy Stiddy got a one-off from Tom Brady, and the whole Pats organization has one. And I'm telling you this. This is true, Cliff. They were not happy there at One Patriot Place in Foxborough that day. And when we spin this all together, out of all people, Mike Felger had a great point about this the day after.
Let's talk about it, because I got my theories.
Is that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers paid for Tom Brady's retirement. Brady wanted to retire as a Patriot, but said, you need to pay me. Give me the money finally. Maybe Brady didn't even care about what's around him. Maybe Brady was all set to saying, I'll ride my 2 years and go into the sunset. I did everything I could here. That's fine. Because I'm sure the conversation was, if we pay you, we're not going to be able to get the players around you. And maybe Brady was fine with that. Give me my $50 million. Give me the money I need to get. I'm out of here. I need to get my final paycheck. Nope. Because Belichick doesn't do that, right? Nope. Pay cut after moving money around and pushing money back. He said, you know what? That's fine. I'm out of here. Tampa said, we'll pay you. Here's your $50 million, but we own the rights to your retirement. That's the way it looks. Business. It's a business move. I think that's the right way to look at that. So they paid for his retirement. You didn't want to pay for my retirement. Also, in addition, Tom Brady doesn't need the Patriots. The Patriots need Tom Brady. Tom Brady winning that Super Bowl in Tampa was vindication. I'd never needed them. I did it on my own. I don't need you guys. Anybody who comes out and says Brady's signing a one-day contract, he's not signing some one-day contract. He's with the Bucs. He retired from football. That's it. Done. Will he be in the Pats Hall of Fame? Sure. It's going to be on his time. I actually thought this would be interesting.
What's that?
That if the Patriots was like, hey, Brady, we're scheduling your retirement, Pats Hall of Fame next year in June. And Brady's like, no, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be, would the Patriots go ahead and still do it without Brady? They got to do it around his time. They have to probably pay Brady to even be there.
You're not going to do it without Brady.
Time is money.
You need Brady.
And I'm saying this too. Tampa Bay's going to retire his number, right?
Of course.
And people say, why? He only played there for 2 years.
It's like
they won a Super Bowl.
It's like Kevin Garnett.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Don't get me started on that. And the owners are always, pettiness with each other. I'm sure the Tampa Bay owner is like, we're going to retire his number before they do it.
It's a boys' club.
It is?
But
What do you got to say?
First of all, it didn't bother me that Tom Brady didn't say goodbye to the fans. Or thank you, I should say. I think he already did that with a big-ass video. Did he need to do a trilogy? How much more does he need to say thank you? Like, I personally don't care. It's just like let's say, for example, we get a big check, ESPN, all these companies call us. We're like, you know what? Wow, we have a job. We have a check. Are you going to call your job and say, hey, thank you, this and that? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I got to say thanks to my dad. But more than likely, no. You know, especially him. He got pushed out.
Yeah.
I think he already said enough thank yous, right? Was there intent in his last goodbye? Yes. I think everything is methodical with this guy. I want to go back to the picture, right? Excuse me. Tom Brady thinks about, hey, I want a point over here, because I took it off because I was going to go to another one, but I'll bring it back up because it's important to me. Tom Brady decides, hey, I want a point over here and just say, I told you so. Since 30, I think, when did we start questioning the man? 33? He said, I want to play until I can't, but I think I can. I'm not going to eat anything but avocados. So to me, this was brilliant. I think Maserati said it. It's petty. I like petty because guess what? We're all petty in our own ways. Like, let me ask you a question. Do you think like they kind of, for him being the GOAT, let's say after the third, fourth Super Bowl, don't you think like Belichick should have let off a little bit on him, like a little bit of leeway? I know you use him as the example for the room, but this guy kept going at bat for you. I'm a nerd, and I like reading contracts. When I heard that Tom Brady had to earn his money via incentives, I said, oh, shit, all deals are off. That's disrespectful. If you want to break it down by saying, hey, show up, you're asking the man to get touchdowns to get his money, and he's already helping you? No. That's why when he left, I was sad. But I said it maybe 2 years prior. When he leaves, I follow. New England's still my team. But that's my court. Like, you grew up with him.
But the important thing about the money is that with Belichick is like, if you want to have a good team around you, we need to have money to spread the wealth and get the right players around you. And sometimes players don't pan out that you pay. And that's why that he had to take these pay cuts, not just for offense, like defense. They have to sign defensive guys. Right. Defense wins championships. And how many times did defense come in again and again to save Brady in the day? Quite a bit, right? Or to do their job and finish it off. How many times have we seen, look at Pat Mahomes' contract that's coming up, right? They're not going to be able to afford guys around him. It's be hard to put guys around him. Brady deserves the money. Absolutely. Like I have no hard feeling, ill will of him leaving in terms of like, I just want to get my last money. And look what Belichick did last offseason. He spent money. Let's get us back up to page. Yeah, that money only got you 10 wins, but they're on to something. They're moving forward. They're able to have a rookie contract, get 10 wins. Max should get better for next year. The team should be better for next year. They should be 12 wins next year. They should be back into that. I mean, it's just tough. It's at a point where it's like, if you had Tom Brady on that 2020 team, they would suck. I think they'd probably go over 500 with Brady. They wouldn't be anything. And then all of a sudden, you go into Brady's final year, 2021, they wouldn't have been able to sign all these guys.
But that conversation kills me because if you look at past receivers that Brady had, Riche Caldwell, David Patton, like there was looking at the highlights, I was like, who are these guys? Yeah. Oh, I forgot about him. You played for a year. Brandon LaFell, good receiver. I enjoyed him. Too bad Mitchell got hurt. Great receiver.
So we can talk about the receiver things, right? Cliff. But, we don't have it in front of us. Right. Pull up the salaries for each year and find out who the highest paid players were on that team and was it worth it that season. We can play this game because, like, say Rodney Harrison, like they probably had to pay Rodney Harrison to keep him there.
Of course.
And they're like, Belichick looks, hey, it's worth it. I'd rather have Rodney Harrison. Sorry, Brady, you're gonna have a Caldwell. Like just something stupid like that, right? Look at it that way. We have to pay Rob Gronkowski. We got to give him his money, right? Or all right, we have to pay Edelman. We got to give him his money. So you're going to have a couple of crappy receivers around you. But at the other end, like, dude, they got Stephon Gilmore. Like, they paid Gilmore, and that was worth it. So
and Revis.
You're saying it like, instead of paying Gilmore all this money, let's go get him a number one wide receiver. But Gilmore provided dividends.
No,
You get what I'm saying?
I understand that it's a shuffle, right? But the $25 million that Tom Brady was asking was nowhere near top tier from all quarterbacks.
It's not. No, it wasn't.
And to me, that's pure disrespectful. Yeah. But I knew, to me, it got really disrespectful if you're like, hey, you'll get 25, this 20, we'll give it to you, but the other 5, you need to earn it by getting X amount of touchdowns. What?
Yeah.
Really? You could. You're
it's
the
just
owner.
Belichick shuffling it around.
You want to do those incentives, Bill? Cool. Make it that when I step on the field, I get my money, not throwing touchdowns to receivers I've been begging
look
for.
Look at that as motivation to make sure you hit your incentive. Why do you think Antonio Brown freaked out? Because he was like, you know what I mean? I need to hit my $1 million incentive.
But look at who you're talking about. Antonio Brown, Tom Brady.
I know.
This guy was a psycho just like you, Bill. He wants to only win. I think Bill made a very bad mistake. Butler, Brady, we obviously can go down a list of things. Obviously, the Super Bowls offset some of them, but I think this is the bruise. This doesn't go away. I think Bill, I've been looking at it. I think Bill can pull off, hopefully, I really want one, another Super Bowl, right? I don't know with whom, because I'm not a true believer of Mac yet, right? I think the defense, if anything, would be the ones to really help him win a defense, and then Mac hopefully orchestrates just kind of handing the ball here and there and making a few throws. But Bill really needs to win another Super Bowl before Brady retires. Or I think people are going to look at it and say, Bill, what's going on? Was it really just Tom? Because, again, and this is why I like speaking to the like players, and we got to get a player, especially an offensive lineman. The calls that I said this on the show millions of times. The audibles that Brady would call were not just for receivers, but they were for the linemen. And that right there is so huge, so huge. And I think it paid dividend. It even paid dividend in Tampa Bay. Because I think Smith, 76. It's horrible. First year was horrible. This year was better. But I think, again, we're going to look back. We obviously, you and I, we appreciate Brady. But I do want to see, obviously, Bill win another one. But
once Bill wins, and if he can do it within this 4-year window, everything works out. It's all even keel because you just have to spin it in this sense. Brady left a team that had a lot of cap issues, that wasn't looking good in 2020, and he left and won a Super Bowl. He got his. Belichick said, I have to redo it, and Belichick says, we're going to redo the cap. We're going to get back into it. And if he can win and get back there, all works out. Everyone wins. The Patriots really need to win soon. And if I'm Robert Kraft, by the way, and I see what Brady posted, see what Brady said, and didn't mention us, Belichick really has to be in a hot seat now.
So do you believe this right here?
This is from Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going to read all this. I think it was a very political type of statement. I mean, he likes Brady. Like, don't get me wrong. And I think the big thing from this was that he said he is the best player in NFL history. Because Belichick, for God knows how long, has always said Lawrence Taylor is the best player in NFL history.
Love some LT, boy.
I think Belichick is proud of Brady that he was able to leave and win so quickly and retire on top. And I'm sure he's proud. Belichick knows that, hey, I'm still working in my own area, and Belichick knows that his time will be back up there, and Belichick's going to get the praise. I'm sure Tom Brady's going to come out one day and say, Belichick is one of the best coaches, best GMs, and was able to take a team, again, turn it around, and put them back into a Super Bowl and win. I thought Belichick's timing, too, it's just, Brady retired on, I think it was, Tuesday? The day after, of course, when we film. And then I don't think Belichick responded till Thursday. But Belichick was also dealing with something else at the same time, too, on that same day that we'll get into in a second. And I know Robert Kraft put something out there, too. You got to put something out there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe do you believe Belichick and everything he says in there?
I think a group of people forced him to put these words together.
Well,
I think they might have actually I think this is a rewrite, like 3 attempts of a rewrite.
And the most important thing is at the very, very bottom, that number 12 with the Brady logo. The Patriots kept using that.
Who's
the Patriots
that belong
were ready.
to?
The Patriots knew, like, all right, this is their brand. Like, they're branding it, right? So that's just, it was interesting to have that as well. So,
Will they retire his number?
yeah, no one's going to wear it.
Should the NFL retire his number?
No. No.
Okay.
Because there's too many people that wear, there's only X amount of numbers that
Right.
quarterbacks can wear. We've seen so many other 12s have won it as well, too. His number will be retired by the Patriots. Whenever it happens, we don't know. If I'm Brady and you want to talk about petty, I wouldn't even come back here for the Pats Hall of Fame. I'd go to Canton first.
Really?
And I would go to Canton and retire. If he wants to be petty and play that game. You know, I thought Maz brought this up too when we just thinking about it. Brady was probably sitting there on his phone and writing things out and probably just playing back in his head like, man, fucking Patriots, dude. Like, why didn't they just keep me? Like, why didn't they just get... I bet it kept bringing up bad memories.
I don't want to be here.
Like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't believe I'm doing my retirement in Tampa Bay. Like, I shouldn't be doing this. Like, I gave my heart and soul and everything I had to New England.
How about, I can't believe I lost my last game that way.
Yeah.
Coach wouldn't have done that.
Yeah. I don't know. Even in 2019, it was the whole season he was sour.
Yeah.
They tried getting him Antonio Brown. They tried getting him Josh Gordon. They give him Mohamed Sanu. Like, they tried. But Belichick tried the best he could at the time, right? I mean, just never, things didn't work out his way. I mean, Brady was literally telling Belichick, keep Antonio Brown, ignore the noise. And they're like, no, we can't do this. We have to get rid of him. I'm sure that pissed off Brady. And you can tell that defense held together most of the season. And finally, when Brady starts getting things going, the defense falls apart.
And again, I think that's why he said that picture was, I told you. I played with Antonio. I won with Antonio. I told you. But let me ask you another question about Brady. What do you think?
I need to get a tinfoil hat.
Really?
Tinfoil hat. Because I have this feeling that Tom Brady is going to win the MVP on Saturday night.
Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Let's take a little break while this guy goes take care of his brain, because I think I've lost him. Not only is he wearing a Bills, and feel free to go grab it or whatever. Yeah. The Bills jersey, which is cool. I understand it. It went Cincinnati to Bills. Now he's thinking he's going to wear something. What is he coming with?
What are you talking about?
Are you going to?
What are you talking about, by the way?
No, you said you're going to put something on your head.
Oh, a tinfoil hat, because I think he's winning. I don't have it. I don't have it with me.
Oh, I thought you brought it.
No, I don't have it with me.
Because I really wanted to see that.
I know. I should have brought the tinfoil with me. Cliff, listen. Brady knew going into the offseason, because guess what? They vote for MVP. They vote for it after the regular season's over.
Yep.
And I'm sure someone told him, you're winning the MVP this year. And I'm sure in his brain, it was, I'm either winning the Super Bowl or winning the MVP.
Okay.
Winning the MVP, I get it. The Super Bowl is bigger. It's way bigger. But MVP at his age is a great way to go off into the sunset.
I did everything.
And I think him retiring, he's not waiting till March where free agency hits up. He's not waiting to April to decide anything. He did this pretty quickly after that Rams game.
Okay.
I got a feeling, I just got this feeling that he will win the MVP Saturday night. And this will be, the glorious Tom Brady. He gets to go out there Saturday night, accept his reward. Everyone's talking about he's with his peers, his football peers, with his family. And that's the fantastic way to ride into the sunset, to be at his age, at 44 years old, to win the MVP, and deserves it, by the way. He's got the touchdowns, he's got the passing yards, and he's the reason why they won the division.
He did everything he could.
Aaron Rodgers is the clear-cut favorite right now in all the sports books because of his TD to his touchdown to interception ratio. He only had 4 interceptions. they secured the bye week before the last week of the season, and he missed the game, by the way. He didn't play against Kansas City. Brady deserves it over Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers right now with his political stuff of cancel culture or his anti-vax thing, I don't know if the league wants him to be the spokesperson and have that platform where I think it's very acceptable, and no one will bat an eye if Tom Brady wins it.
That's right.
Maybe just the Green Bay Packers fans will. Oh, Aaron Rodgers got robbed. Brady's going to win it. I think Brady's going to win it.
And do you think that the NFL actually needs it? Because not to hate on, the two teams that are playing, it's kind of a quiet Super Bowl.
It is. It really. If you have Brady there on Saturday night, you give him the award. It's going to get more people to watch, and maybe they do something at the Super Bowl with Tom Brady.
Maybe.
And it's going to get a little bit more eyeballs on it, more traction, right? More marketing. Well, I'm always about going viral.
That's it.
Cliff, so it's. I just feel like there's got to be a feeling there, and people are like Jorge's like, oh well, they already have voted. They lost the votes, Jorge. I mean, we've seen that in the election, right? We lost the votes. Oh, all of a sudden it's a 3 a.m. dump. More votes for Brady. Like something's gonna happen.
Okay, all right. Well, I you know what? I ride with you on that one. I'm not mad at that.
There's got to be a reason why he did that so quickly. Why did he not wait?
Yeah.
He must know something. So he did his retirement. He retires. He's gonna have this big celebration, and that's it. No more football.
Done.
See you later for a year. Go do business. Go do your stuff.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like this is his last glory moment.
Competitive football.
I want to talk
maybe
about
coaching.
Just retiring nowadays is all done through social media, and I don't like that. Like he does this retirement post through Instagram and Twitter. Where's the press conference? Where's the sit down? Where's your emotions? We want to hear you talk about it. And that's why I think he's leaving the door somewhat open to possibly come back. But I also think it leaves his retirement speech maybe to be on Saturday night when he wins the MVP.
I didn't think of that.
So that's why I wear a tinfoil hat.
Yeah,
I need my tinfoil hat, right? Yeah. Maybe this hat's too tight on me. Maybe I'm losing brain cells when I'm saying this.
Man, that's all right.
There's something to it. There's always a plan. Maybe on Saturday night is when he goes on stage and wins his MVP and finally says thank you to Robert Kraft, Bill Belichick, and the New England Patriots.
On
and he
a
wanted
big
to
stage?
wait. And he wanted to wait. Maybe he was planning to wait and give his retirement speech to everyone that deserves it. On the
national
biggest
stage.
Who knows?
Instead of just tweeting it.
Instead of just tweeting and Instagramming it. Who knows?
So let's talk about some crazy things. There's been a lot of things happening in the NFL. You and I have both were looking. Actually, you made mention. You're like, it's kind of weird how Brian Flores is not with the Bears yet. Strangely enough,
Zolak said that the Flores should be with the Bears.
And strangely enough, Tuesday, boom,
same day,
right? But my question is, even right now, like today, and I'm gonna dive in somewhere where it might be a little comfortable for you. He was an offensive coordinator for what team? 49ers. He got picked up today by the Dolphins.
Dolphins, yeah.
A lot of people are kind of saying, they used the word today, multicultural, which was interesting to me. To me, I don't know how good were you in school where they had the pundit square, where they said certain dominant genes. To me, if you have a black dad, black mom, you're black. You have black. I'm not going to splice and cut things up. I'm not going to dissect it that way. But I've noticed there's certain people in the media who are trying to say he's not necessarily a black head coach. But the NFL is saying, hey, he looks white, but he has black in him, so he fits our criteria. We win. I'm not going to lie to you. I was thinking, I'm like, he's black? My son is fair-skinned. Has my hair a little bit, much more than me. But I'm looking at this guy, I'm like, wow. Okay. If you say you are, you are. I'm not going to be looking for information like Elizabeth Warren when she was saying she was Native American, But let's go with it. But I do understand why certain individuals are saying, nice play, touche. Also, the Texans. I don't know if there's been any change. I saw you looking at your phone. Do we have a head coach yet? Or is it still Lovey in the running, supposedly? I don't know.
I thought they just got somebody down there today.
Because they
I
were
didn't
saying
have that. I was
Lovey.
trying to send you a meme or something like
Okay.
that. I was trying to do something different. I believe the Texans already got their head coach down there. I don't think it's Lovey.
Wow.
Hold on.
But there's just a lot of, as you're looking, there's just a lot of weird things happening.
Oh, it was Lovey.
It was.
Yeah.
He did get it.
Yeah, he got it.
You got it.
Yeah.
All right. Congratulations to Lovey Smith. I am not one to try to ever tear down another man, especially.
Why did they go with Lovey Smith and not Brian Flores?
Ooh, now let's talk about Lovey Smith's record, right? A lot of people are saying he had a shitty record. A lot of people say he's probably one of those guys you can kind of control. I hate the narrative. Why do I hate the narrative? Because he's a black man, and I would pray to God that he's not that guy. But it's there. It's lingering. I can't lie to you. I can't stay here and say that, but it's lingering. Why do you think they went with Lovey?
They brought up this point on radio.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's going to take this out of context. I know people on Twitter like to do this.
It's all
They
right.
don't listen to the whole thing.
All right.
You're here. You
We're
know
here.
what I'm saying.
Let's get it.
They're saying that sometimes black coaches are used as a scapegoat because they know that the season's going to come up and they're going to suck.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even know what's happening with the Texans this coming year with Watson. Are they going to be a bad team? Tank again.
Yep.
Get their pick. See you later, Lovey. Thanks for being
Thanks for being here.
Now we're actually going to pick our real coach.
Check. We did what we had to do.
And more times than not, if you look at the history of black coaches, it happens quite a bit where you just get brought in, and they shouldn't be doing that. And maybe there's a narrative from the NFL. Remember this, Cliff, and everybody at home. The NFL is owned by a bunch of old white people.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
That come from a completely different generation than you and I. And you're older than me. Like we're different generations, but they're way different generations.
Yes, they are.
When you're talking about 70 to 80 years old, they come from the 40s,
Yeah.
50s.
When things were
60s.
different. Very
Things
different.
are very different. Segregation was still around.
Yep.
They're still going to have those views, and they're not going to change. It's disappointing that a guy like Brian Flores, who deserves a head coaching job somewhere, did not get one. For a guy that now has come out to say that you were being paid to lose games, and he still won games. For a guy that was supposed to be paid to lose to the Patriots in 2019, went into your house and beat you.
Yep.
And took you from that 1-2 seed and knocked you down a peg. That's respect for me to Brian Flores to be like, he's a coach's coach. He's a player's coach. He wants there to be to win. And what sucks, Cliff, I texted you this. I said, and Brian Flores knew it. He said he's kind of playing like career suicide in a way. If he's going to go out there and you're like, and you're for it, make a stand.
Yep.
He's going to get kicked to the curb.
Yep.
And we live in such a short attention span world that it's just going to come and go.
Yep.
He's going to make his stand, and then that's that. And he's going to get paid off or whatever it might be. He got to do his national media tour. He's doing it the right way. He's trying to get that out there. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
He's gonna get black. I was told by someone from the NFL that this guy is not coaching this year at all, anywhere. No team's gonna want to take him, and that he might actually get blackballed from the league.
I saw that coming too.
Because if you're an organization, can you even trust Brian Flores now? Like, can you trust him? Because he just went out there. Like, he kind of threw Belichick under the bus, and he kind of ruined that relationship. I would love Flores to come back. Now, does Bill even trust him that he was to do that? It's tough. And I support Brian, and I hope that he finds his way through this, and I hope he gets the last laugh. I hope he gets the win. And I said this, nothing is changing in the NFL until we have a black owner.
And that's going to be tough. And this is what I
You
said.
brought this up.
In order to own a team, you need a minimum percentage of said team. So I'd say what the Denver Broncos are going, $5 billion, I believe. You need 30% liquid. Liquid. Not a lot of people even have that. White or black, liquid. That's one prerequisite. And the second prerequisite is that the other boys, the other owners, they have to approve this.
And they could say no.
And that sucks.
And you look at, I don't know on the top of my head, educate me, how many black individuals out there have that type of money that you could see that could end up being an owner?
I don't know that. And here's the fucked up part about it. You, the individual, have to be the person with said liquid money.
Mm.
So that means you need to have billions sitting, seasoned meaning someone can't just lend it to you and then you do the transaction. It has to sit there. I don't know of many. You know why? Because we're still trying to get up there financially and as a people. So I think Brian Flores should be celebrated every Black History Month. He should be celebrated every year. I think he knew going in this was going to happen. I think he will get a settlement. I hope it's like very loud enough where it takes care of generations. There's definitely going to be a non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where he will go away.
But how do you feel that if Brian Flores is trying to make a stand and show this isn't right? He's fighting for morals. He's fighting for ethics.
Yep.
And then they pay him $50 million to just shut up, sign an NDA, and say, see you later. Should Brian even sign that? Should he say no?
To me, I would hope. And this is where things get funny for whatever color that you may be. Finances make a lot of decisions for people's lives, right? I don't know his family. I don't know how many people depend on him. I do hope that he is able to continue to fight and be the thorn in the NFL's ass and just say, you know what? I'll do something else. It's all about money for him. And when I mean for him, meaning for him to just survive, for his family, for his kids, right? He graduated Boston College University. He has an education in what I don't know. But one, like myself, can only hope that he continues to pursue this and that he was prepared for this. Because I don't think he's a guy, because he's been holding on to shit since 2019. There has to be enough people to come out and say, hey, this happened, this happened. Like I see a couple people coming out the woodwork. Like you said, just like COVID, when the media decides it's no longer important, it's no longer clickbait, people tend to forget, unfortunately. Will people forget this? More than likely, yes and no. Certain individuals like myself will remember, but my life still continues, so it's not something that I'll keep pushing. That's just human nature. Yeah. I use, when the 9/11 buildings, when that horrific event took place in the United States of America, I remember yellow ribbons everywhere. Now, this is something that affected millions of Americans, millions of New Yorkers, millions of people, right? Because I know there's thousands of people that passed, but the trickle down, and then the thought of our security in said United States of America. Yellow ribbons were everywhere. A year passed by, less ribbons. There's not a single yellow ribbon outside, period, unless you were directly affected by those victims that passed. Rest in peace to all of them. And I feel like it's similar in that way. Unless you're immediately, directly affected, you move on. Someone passes away, you grieve, but you still have to live, and you move on. So I do hope that he's financially situated where he can continue pushing this. I do hope that these attorneys are going to keep pushing this. And I do hope in 5 years we find out that they really hit the NFL with a lot of money. Because at the end of the day, the NFL, the money that they're receiving, it's like they're printing money because it's advertisement dollars. Mm-hmm. The only way this is going to truly affect these owners is if these advertisers themselves are saying, hold up, I don't like that. If you want me to sponsor you or you want me to give you money for these things, I need to see this. But then it goes back to television. Will you ever see television do that? I don't.
You know what's fucked up, Cliff, is that you talk about money. It's something triggered with Brian Flores to say this, enough is enough. I can't shut my mouth anymore. And Brian Flores deserves the spotlight to talk because he's a winning coach with an organization that was actively trying to lose. and he's a great coach. He deserves that. It's not like he was just some bum coach that he's trying to go after the NFL for money, and he should be hired somewhere. He literally, I was like, he's one of the top candidates. And then last week I was preaching. Maybe he goes to Vegas and is the DC there. But he deserves a head coaching job. Colin Kaepernick, obviously, something happened to him that sparked what he wanted to talk about. And Kaepernick has the right to go out there and be on that platform and say, this is what's going on. Because he was in the Super Bowl. It makes me think I really wish he won that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because then now he really has more to talk about. And then people can come out and say, well, Kaepernick sucks and he's just trying to keep his career relevant. No. He was pushed down, and he wants his voice to be heard. Marshawn Lynch, why didn't they want to run?
Yeah.
Because they didn't want him to be the face of the league, a guy that didn't want to talk to the media.
Crazy.
And there's something there. And Marshawn stays silent. He got paid. I'm sure something in the background happened, right? For a league that wants to push end racism, that's in their end zones, Cliff.
Yeah.
It says it at the Super Bowl, end racism.
Yeah,
it
it's a
takes
joke.
all of us.
Yep.
They put on the back of their helmets. They're using Black Lives Matter, and they're using what's going on in our society as a marketing tool to make money.
100%.
How are people not seeing that? Like, that's what's fucked up about this.
Lip service.
And then you have a guy like Brian Flores saying, hey, I should be a head coach, and you're using this Rooney rule just to bring me in so you get an extra pick and then say, see you later and wine and dine me. And yeah, maybe other black coaches out there don't mind that. Yeah, I'm going out to Denver this weekend. They're taking care of me, and then I'm leaving. I'm just there to do this and fill, a little obligation. And jokes are made out of it because Denver did it right away, and they brought a black individual in there for the head coaching candidacy this offseason, and the jokes were all over Twitter. They're just doing it. They're doing it, and people are just accepting it. You're playing with lives here. For a league that wants to promote that they want to end racism, and they're fooling you.
Yeah.
And it's disgusting. And I said the only change that's going to happen, Cliff, they need a black owner.
Yeah.
It just gets pushed off to the side. Just another little speed bump that they'll get over it, the NFL, and that's that. I hope one day something major, I don't hope, but something major needs to happen. Something really bad for the NFL.
Yeah.
That will expose them and fix this. And maybe that's what's going on with the Washington Commanders in the Dan Snyder situation, because we already seen Gruden get taken down. If Gruden got taken down, think about how many other people this league can fall in. Right now, the government, they're trying to get their hands on it. Say, you need to release this. You need to put this out there.
Yeah.
How many skeletons are in the closet that all comes from Dan Snyder? And maybe he's going to be the one. Everything gets released. We actually see how the league is operating behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That will be the big blow. They need a really, really big blow to change the landscape of the NFL.
I'm actually nervous to see what the hell was in that guy's computer, man. Because the fact that
can ruin a lot of legacies. It ruins a lot of the ways we look at certain players and coaches, like in how organizations run. And I think it needs to come out. The NFL's never going to suffer. Like, people are going to watch the product.
100%.
But it needs to get a punch in the face. All the skeletons need to come out eventually. But it's hard when there's so much money behind them that they can make things go away.
They print money, man. I've never, and this is why I've always sided on, I'm on the player side. Adrian Peterson, he said something so true. It resonated with me just because, like I said, I had a few friends to go in the league, and I understood their contract because they told me. Unfortunately, because of his actions with his children, no one listened to him. He said that NFL players are like slaves. Think about it. Besides hockey, what other sport do you put your body at such risk? And they can say, you know what? I'm going to cut you. And that great contract that you signed means nothing. Nothing. And that's what I tell people. You might see these people getting signed with all this money. What was the signing bonus? And then take out the taxes. And then they have their lifestyles, and obviously they've worked for it. A friend of mine, $60 million back in the day. You only saw 15 of it. That's it. Played for Tennessee. Eddie George was used to just being a single back, wasn't really trying to think. Greg Camella, see you later, went to the Giants. The NFL is a business. I get it. But the way they conduct business and the amount of money that each team receives from these networks is unbelievable. $70 billion from Amazon for Thursday night games. Ugh. Thursday night.
And all it takes is a little chunk change from that to go to Brian Flores and say, see ya.
See ya. That's it.
You're just
Scary.
a little nuisance. It sucks.
It's scary.
'Cause moral and ethics and all that are out the window. It's money.
Yeah.
It's how our world is. So, like I said, it's going to take that one exposure out there. I want to see it. I want to see the down. I want to see the fall of the NFL in that way. I hope Brian Flores, if he's blackballed from the NFL, the XFL will come back, or maybe a college coaching gig comes up. I hope he gets to coach, because we talked about vindication with Tom Brady.
Yep.
I want him to have vindication somewhere else. I want him to go somewhere.
We need some happy stories, man. We need some happy stories. All right, let's power through this. We this was a really deep episode, but really cool. Let's go. Pro Bowl.
All right, Pro Bowl recap.
Let's talk about your boy Mac Jones real quick.
Mac Jones, real quick, guys. All right, so the Pro Bowl happened. I told you last week the Pro Bowl's important. It's the way to showcase himself. He is an ambassador for the New England Patriots. During the Pro Bowl skills competition, Mac Jones didn't look that good, by the way. He didn't look good. Yeah, he won thread the needle versus Kirk Cousins. He got roasted by Russell Wilson. I know Russell Wilson's a 10-year vet. Mac Jones gets to play in the game. The first half for Mac Jones wasn't good. 2 for 6. He had an interception. Yeah, I know Travis Kelce ran the wrong route. And he had a QBR of 2.8. I posted on Twitter, all you eggheads out there, oh, the Pro Bowl doesn't matter. The Pro Bowl doesn't matter. Who cares? No one's trying. If no one's trying, he shouldn't have a QBR of 2.8. That was my whole point of the story here. He had the ball on the 30-yard line and couldn't get in. Diggs stepped out of bounds. It was a nice throw. Diggs stepped out of bounds. Sorry. Mac Jones probably went on his phone at halftime, saw my tweet, said, fuck you, Babs. You know what he did? He went 7 for 7, 83 yards, a touchdown to Hunter Renfrow. That's what I wanted to see. And all the people that said the Pro Bowl doesn't matter, you're the same ones who are fucking creaming your jeans, seeing that and saying, wow, we need to get Hunter Renfrow. Wow, look at Mac Jones. You hypocrites. The Pro Bowl does matter in that certain way, because Mac Jones looked fantastic the second half. Mac Jones has fun. Mac Jones gets touched because it's two-hand touch, and he runs all the way down the field, and he does the gritty. He gets everyone excited. He shows that he has confidence that he's this goofball, right? We talked about Brady earlier with that golfing thing. He's a goofball, right? That's what Mac Jones has accepted that. And he's earned the respect of the players around him for doing that. Mac Jones even iced the game and got the win. And I thought it was disrespectful he didn't win the MVP. Justin Herbert didn't deserve it. Mac Jones deserved it. He doesn't deserve it. And he got booed, by the way, for getting it. Hey, I know it's in Las Vegas, Raiders Nation. He plays for the Chargers. I get it. Mac Jones looked good. There should be a confidence booster there. Bill Belichick hopefully was watching. Invest in Mac Jones, and we will see it next month in March at free agency, and we'll see it in 2 months in April at the draft. Are they going to invest in him?
Mac. That's some green in front of him. Now has it. Where are they going to spot it?
So the thing with
Mac's going
this,
to run right out of the stadium.
he was doing the gritty a couple days before that. They've told him at some point, you got to do it.
You think so?
Look at him doing the gritty.
But you know what, Cliff? I like to play devil's advocate.
That's awesome.
Everybody loves the gritty, right? Everyone goes. It's all over Patriots social media. Everyone's talking about it. What's Bill Belichick think? What does Bill Belichick think, Cliff?
I don't think he likes it.
Now, Bill Belichick's getting a little looser.
You think so?
He's yeah, I think so. I think he's letting things happen. As long as you're winning, you're happy.
Winning, yes. Gotta win.
I wonder what Bill Belichick. I want Bill Belichick's thoughts. If you're a reporter and you watch this, and you have a chance to interview Bill, and it's July, still ask him about Mac Jones doing the gritty.
Yes, still ask.
I need to know what Bill Belichick thinks, and then I can sleep at night.
Real quick, Maz didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Felger liked it.
He did, but he's
in a certain way.
He's kind of.
Maz said it looks boyish and childish.
Yeah,
I heard that rant. Felger said it looked good because it shows confidence in the kid. He's accepted that he's the goofball kind of dorky guy, but the players like it. And he says the players, no matter who they are, have respect for Mac Jones.
Yep.
He's not afraid to He could have just said, no, I'm not doing that. That's lame. And then people probably look at him a different way.
Yeah.
He's a rookie. He shouldn't have been in the game to begin with anyways. Like,
Right.
he wasn't Pro Bowl material.
Nope.
But he took advantage in the second half. 7 for 7, 83 yards in a game that no one's trying.
Yep.
That's the type of Mac Jones we want to see. There's inconsistency this year. That's the Mac Jones I want to see. I want to see more of that. And I want to see Mac Jones become a leader this upcoming season.
All right, let's talk about some bets.
All right. Babs Bets of the Week. It's Super Bowl edition. Bengals, Rams, Sunday. Let's make some money. National anthem. I don't even know who the hell this is. Mickey Guyton. Over 1 minute and 38 seconds. Real quick, Demi Lovato screwed me. It was 2 minutes and 15 seconds or 10 seconds, whatever it was. We talked about it, and she went under. It was the year that Kansas City beat San Francisco. I was pissed off about that. 1 minute, 38 seconds. You should be able to spread that out. The national anthem is 2 minutes. It has to be 2 minutes. You're getting free airtime to go out there. So take the over on the minute and 38 seconds.
All right. How about this here?
First touchdown scorer, Odell Beckham. I think I looked at it. I think it's plus 700. Just saw it tonight. If the Rams, I have the Rams as well, -4. I have the under 48.5. I'll kind of tie this all together. My head says the Rams. My heart says the Bengals. I want to see the Bengals win. But if the Rams win, it's not a big deal. Matt Stafford and company, to get their ring, whatever. Odell, if the Rams are going to win, I like Odell scoring the first one. Take that plus 700. Rams -4 because I think that the defense is going to stomp all over Joe Burrow. Aaron Donald, remember I said that sneaky MVP. We'll get into more MVPs in a second. Under 48.5 because nerves. There's going to be a lot of nerves. Maybe Joe Cool out there won't be so nervous. His offensive line might be nervous. His receivers might be nervous. Matt Stafford might be nervous. A lot of first-time Super Bowls for certain people here. Not maybe for the Rams because they were just there a couple years ago. But remember, they only scored 3 points in the Super Bowl. That might fuck with their head as well, too, if things aren't going right at the beginning of the game. So just remember that. A lot of nerves going on. I think we might see the under 48.5.
Let's see it.
Updated MVPs. So I talked about Aaron Donald last week, Cliff. Was plus 1,600, 1,800. It went down, and then went down again. Aaron Donald's at plus 900 now. So if you needed that MVP bet, you should have got it early. So here's some other MVPs. If you like the Bengals, right? I like to get money, right? We want to make money.
Let's make money.
Let's make money. Evan McPherson, Money Mac, Shooter McPherson. I like to see them win 9-6. 3 field goals.
Yikes.
Kick it. That's the only way this guy was going to win, plus 5,000. Maybe it's just a 15 to 12 type of game. That I mean, just throw $20 at it. Sony Michel is a sneaky one because Sony Michel is the only one to score a touchdown in Super Bowl 53.
They might not play their main running back because he's fumbling a lot.
He's not looking. It's Cam Akers, I believe.
Akers,
right?
correct.
So
Boom.
Sony Michel could be a sneaky. If Matt Stafford looks shaky throwing the ball, they are able to run it down Cincinnati, and he has like a 3-touchdown type of game. That's how Sony Michel gets a 3-touchdown, and he already has playoff experience and a Super Bowl ring. Something that not many of those Rams have. Jalen Ramsey, plus 5,000. He's going to be on Jamar Chase. So usually you don't hear a name. Like a cornerback has a good game if you don't hear their name. That's what I've been told, right? Jalen Ramsey gets a pick 6. Maybe Jalen Ramsey goes out there as a wide receiver on some random-ass play. Maybe he's out there on a special teams play. Maybe he gets 2 pick 6s. I don't know. But that's just another name to kind of keep an eye out as well, too.
My favorite right here. This should be fun.
Okay. Halftime show. Cliff, I am super excited for the halftime show. I can't wait to watch it.
Same.
Eminem. I love Eminem. Maybe because I'm just a white boy who grew up with him, the white rapper, whatever it is, right? First Eminem song to be performed. I'm saying it's going to be My Name Is. Because here's how it's going to go.
Okay.
Dr. Dre goes on first. You know, there's other guys. It's Dr. Dre, it's Snoop Dogg. Is it Mary J. Blige is on there as well, too?
She's on there. Kendrick Lamar.
So Eminem to get introduced into the show. Hi, my name is what? My name is who? My name is Slim Shady. So I think that's the one to pick right there. You're introducing yourself.
I think you might have a point there.
My name is hello. My name's Marshall Mathers. My name's Slim Shady. You guys know who I am. This is who I am. That's my song.
I'm gonna say lose yourself because I think Joe Cool is just gonna go out there and just destroy them, and then McVay's gonna be like, "What the hell? You guys are losing yourselves out there." And Emma's going to have to come out there and sing the song to wake the crowd up. That's what I'm thinking.
I look at also, if it's Eminem, you're gonna go from your first major hit to your next major hit to your next major hit, next major hit. Just kind of going.
They
Order.
better not play Stan.
No, there's no way they're playing Stan.
If they do, I'm calling
Was
you.
that like Elton John or something when they did that, the VMAs?
With the good. Then you're gonna have
It'd
the
have to be something
piano.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't.
What do we got next?
We got this. Yeah.
I wanted to talk all about these songs. Okay, first song to be performed. Thought about this. Has to be. So this will either be the first song or the last song, California Love. California Love.
Because they're there.
Because they're there. Because they're there. And
Yep.
I think that gets the crowd hyped up.
That's right.
I can't really think of anything that would... I mean, unless Kendrick Lamar starts, like, I just feel like California Love has to be the first one.
I think they have to play that, but
they're gonna play California Love. It's just I feel like you start California Love.
yeah, it's
and then
automatic,
everyone
'cause where they're
welcome
at.
to the Wild Wild West.
there you go.
Who sings Tupac's verse?
You need. It's not gonna happen.
They just cut
rest,
it out.
Rest in peace, Tupac. You don't want to do that. And then, still Dre? Nah.
No.
Well, he could still be Dre because he's the one that he put the money up for this show.
Is Snoop Dogg. Who's going first? Is it Dr. Dre going first? How about
don't
Snoop
know.
Dogg? They basically drop it like it's hot. Like Snoop Dogg goes first.
Snoop, and they bring him in.
Yeah.
Whoop.
I mean,
Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. I don't even know how Mary's fitting in here.
I know. I was looking at all the songs like through the other bets that we had, and she's just.
I don't know.
Are they giving her any time?
Maybe are they gonna? Would they dare like put new music?
By the way, there's no way. What's a halftime show? 20 minutes, probably. There's
Yeah.
no way that it's only going 20 minutes. It's so going over. They don't care. Like
No,
they're
they-
gonna
you
stay
can't
out there
care.
as
Yeah,
long as they
for
want.
sure, for
they're
sure.
gonna piss the NFL off because they're like, "Hey, let's go."
Well, nobody's gonna come here just for one song.
No, they have
'Cause
too
there's
many. They have
too many egos.
people. Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
too many.
Yeah.
They're gonna do what they want.
Who do you think will get the least amount of songs?
We just said it. Like Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, I think
Maybe Kendrick Lamar.
But he's West Coast. They're gonna have to let him play or sing or rap. I mean, Snoop too. I'm going with Mary. Sorry, Mary. I love
Maybe
Mary.
Eminem.
No, hell no. You just told me that your
No,
32 your 32 boys clubs, they own that. They'll lose their mind. They're like,
Yeah,
damn
I
it,
know.
we let rap music and you
Yeah.
guys can't even play M. No way.
I can't wait to just see like what the tweets are gonna be like during the Super Bowl show for.
Let's stay in contact during the Super Bowl for tweets. I started
Yeah.
getting into to Twitter. It is fucking fast.
It is, yeah.
Holy shit.
I just want to see what the young generation has to
Yeah.
say about the halftime show. and
Who
then our
are
older
these
gen-
people? That's what's gonna
So
be.
I
coming
think for this one, the last song again, California Love, is actually has better odds, lower odds. Plus, I think was at 150 compared to the opening because I think it was at plus 200 something. I think the next episode would be the
Hold
next
up.
episode.
Hey,
You know, I think that or Still Dre would end up being the last song.
doop 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 ch, doop. I wish we had a license. We could play that.
We can
This
sing.
is a good one here.
All right. Will there be any performance that will be censored by Eminem at any time? No. No. Because here's the thing.
He's too old.
Eminem is actually very good at handling himself when he knows he's in public in terms of censored words.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if he had to be on SNL or if he has to do rap on national television,
Yep.
he's actually good at holding it back.
Yeah.
So I don't think you're going to see him drop some sort of F-bomb.
I don't see.
I don't think you're going to see him saying anything stupid that gets pulled off. No.
He's past that.
Yep.
I think
he's
all
mature
that.
enough that
Yeah.
he doesn't need that.
Those
So
days are those
it's a
days. are
good, no,
done.
that's a very good bet right there. No.
Yeah.
Big no.
How much are you gonna put on it?
Undisclosed because Michelle's probably watching this at one
Oh,
point.
what was
You're
I
not
talking about? I was
supposed to
talking
do
about candies and
that.
stuff.
Yeah. How many diapers am I to put on it?
Let's do half box pull-ups.
Pull-ups, half box.
Half box.
Pull-ups, we're Huggies. We're Huggies.
We're
no,
Hug-
Pampers.
No,
We're
Pampers.
We're
Yeah.
Pampers.
Because you know why I'm Pampers? Because when I was growing up, all that other shit didn't exist. It was like, what do you got? It wasn't a diaper. You were wearing a pamper.
Yeah.
So Pamper, it's like Kleenex.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, like like
Things are
you
too
don't say
fancy
tissue,
now.
you say Kleenex. I need a Kleenex, and then Kleenex said.
Back in your day,
"It's
how
my
much
name."
was a box of diapers?
Don't know because I didn't have kids. Oh, you meant when I was having babies?
Yeah.
You know, it's a great story. They were, I don't remember the exact amount because when I did their baby registry, I told everyone, all I want is fucking diapers.
Diapers.
It's liquid gold.
Yeah.
And
That helped us out for the first year.
2.5 years.
Wow.
Salute to everyone that donated because that was amazing because my kid's shit. So, final thoughts, ladies and gents. We're at that point of it's been a long episode.
Well, technical difficulties at first.
Yeah, but
I think
2
it's like
hours.
A 2 hour episode.
No,
I mean, this is Tom Brady.
It's 1 hour and 56 minutes so
a lot
far.
of Tom Brady talk.
So I'll let you go, man.
Final thought.
Yes, sir. Final thoughts.
Calvin Ridley is not going to become a New England Patriot.
Nope.
I get the hype. I get why people want that wide receiver one. The Atlanta Falcons are not going to give Calvin Ridley to the New England Patriots. I don't get why people don't think that. 28-3, Cliff. 28-3 still lives. Oh, Babs, well, this is different. If they're offered this,
why is it different?
The Patriots offered a 2nd and 4th for Antonio Brown to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they said no, and Pittsburgh took a 3rd and a 5th. Okay?
They don't like you.
They don't want you to have him because when Calvin Ridley comes to New England and is super relevant and helps win a Super Bowl, it's another blow for the Atlanta Falcons. It looks dumb. It looks so dumb. Sometimes things just don't happen that way.
Yeah.
Stop doing this. It's Julio Jones 2.0 all over again. Enough is enough. I don't want to hear Calvin Ridley to the New England Patriots anymore.
Can I just say this? Every year, even when Brady was here, we always are going to get the greatest wide receiver possible. Randy Moss, I still don't understand. Well, I do understand how it happened, but it's not happening anymore. Every other team, we as Patriot fans, as just fans, need to understand there's 32 owners. They all hang out. They play golf. They talk about how better their prostitute was better than the other ones, how one got caught in Florida, how the other one is doing this, and how they're not going to share. And then when Bob Kraft leaves the room, they're like, fuck that.
Yeah.
We're not giving him anything. How else can we screw this man? They suspended your quarterback for deflating balls for 4 games.
And the Pats still won the Super Bowl that year.
Yo!
And they still got to throw it back. And you tried to hold me down, and we still got to do it. We still got to win. And it's all timing too, Cliff. Odell Beckham comes out today and says, I was very, 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 very close to signing with the Patriots this last season. He also said that about the Saints, too, which is Patriots fans will look the other way. Oh, I was also very close to signing with the Saints. But if this was 3 years ago and Tom Brady was on the team, it would have happened.
It would have happened, yep.
So who's shutting down who in that sense? Was it the Patriots saying, come sign with us? Or did the Patriots just say no? There was no plans that Odell was coming. He's just saying that.
Listen.
He's saying that to keep everything kind of still open. Like Odell is someone that's going to be a free agent and gets to make his decision, and the Patriots should make an offer.
Yeah,
say, hey,
you have to. Kick the tires.
Yeah. Always kick the tires on everything.
But
that's the only way you're really getting anybody is trades with organizations that you don't really have bad juju with.
Right.
Or free agency. That's it. That's the only way you're going to get these guys. You're not going to get Calvin Ridley.
Nope. Get it out. Get it out.
Out of there. You're not going to be able to trade with certain teams. It's just going to happen that way. You're not going to be able to trade with like a Baltimore Ravens, like someone within your conference.
You're not getting
Cooper.
Cooper.
Any of that stuff.
Amari Cooper, cut it out.
You're not going to be able to do that.
Cut it out. Last question, and I just need a yes or no. Do you think something's going on with Sean Payton?
Yes. He wants out. Speaking of which, I just finished the movie. There's a movie about him.
I saw that.
I saw it. Home Team with Kevin James.
Yeah, how was it?
It wasn't bad. Like it's an Adam Sandler, Happy Madison Productions.
Okay.
Rob Schneider's in it.
Okay.
And it's based on a true story. There's some obviously loose things to it.
Yeah.
It's actually interesting that came out now, and then he retired.
Right.
And funny enough, in the movie, he's talking to his son, so he gets suspended for the year. He goes into Texas and goes spend time with his son's football team. That's the whole part of the true story, because he needed to do something.
Yep.
And his son said, why don't you go to Dallas? It's close. It's only 45 minutes away from
Is
where
that
we
why
live.
people...
So then he goes, no, because they already have a coach. Now all of a sudden,
So
he's
now,
being linked to Dallas because he has the ties at home in Texas.
I heard that, and I was like, why are they talking about
That was
Dallas?
the only part that really stood out with me in that movie. That was like, wow, that actually makes some sense. So,
Hey.
I do need to give a shout-out to the Boston Celtics. They've won 5 in a row. They've won 11 out of the 15 games. Like, yes, give them a round of applause.
Yeah.
I know we haven't talked Celtics yet. The football season's dying off. We're going to have to talk about Celtics because we have to fill time here, Cliff.
Yep.
The Boston Celtics are playing the Brooklyn Nets tonight. Technically tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
Because it's Tuesday now.
No,
They're playing them tonight.
do they win? Yes or no?
Yes. This is they're on a hot streak right now. All it takes is a little hot streak, Cliff. And this is such an important game. If the Boston Celtics need to get any sort of separation from the Brooklyn Nets or actually show that they're going to be contenders, this is the time to do it right before the trade deadline.
Are we doing
it
anything?
Might make the Celtics buyers. The Cavs were buyers. The Cavs are buying in for this year.
You think the Celtics would still buy?
They have to. If they can beat Brooklyn and actually beat them well, showcase something, you got to invest in the team this year. You can make a run. We said this a couple weeks ago.
I agree.
They're only like 6 games back. I think they're only 4 games back.
For whatever freaking reason, I think they're getting rid of people.
Brown and Tatum are working together now.
It's
working.
It's a beautiful
Starting to
thing.
work.
Williams looks great. Alley-oops galore. Smart is shutting up and playing defense.
They're beating the teams that they're supposed to beat. They do have fourth quarter issues.
Yeah.
They against the Pistons.
They
didn't even cover the game. I don't even talk about gambling when it comes to the Celtics. Don't bet the Celtics. Don't bet the Celtics I will bet the Celtics tonight. But don't bet the Celtics and spread.
So where are we going tonight?
Money
So what are you betting?
Celtics. I'll take them over the Nets.
Diapers wise.
I'll put 25 diapers on it. 25 diapers on it. For the Boston Celtics.
For the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
Do it for the show and the Celtics. Ladies and gentlemen, this was another Boston Power Hour event. It was an event, ladies and gentlemen. That's a shigai that you got there, kid. And you got, what do you got? No way. Hold on. You get the whole thing. We want to thank everybody. We want to thank Tom Brady. If you want to come back just for shit and giggles, they won't let you go. But anyway, we appreciate you guys. This guy in the Super Bowl. Yeah, 0 Super Bowls. It's all good. It's all good. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Clifford Bonet, and you guys know who that is. That is the Spike King.